Yep. So you guys checked out the Temple of Aman, the monastery that was of Vasan's order. After kind of like checking it out, clearing it out from some creatures that were inhabiting there, you got some important information regarding the whereabouts of the possible whereabouts of another piece of the trident. But considering that you guys are only about a half a day's journey from Seaton, you decided to travel the rest of the way to go back to Seaton to grab your gear and flags and all your other little shopping trip items that you purchased. But yeah, Yuri, everybody can take a long rest, so you're fully healed. Yeah, and you guys got a few magic items and some weapons at the temple or the monastery. And yeah, so we're gonna open up where it's let's see, it'd probably be the next morning because it was probably in the middle of the day, so it probably took overnight to get to Seaton from the monastery. It's the next morning. You find yourselves, back in the Bay of Seaton as you made your way through the naval blockade. You guys docked the ship in the harbor of Seaton. And yeah, go ahead. What do you guys want to do?
Do we notice any of the other ships that were at the sinking of the Oh, I was looking on the map for the name of it, and it just disappeared.
Ah, God. Yeah,
Golden Fortune.
Yeah, the Golden Fortune. Yeah. So go ahead and make a perception check. See what you can see.
With advantage.
Go ahead. You guys can all make perception checks. As you guys pull into port, feeling fresh the next day.
Didn't even matter. 13 total.
It's really not too great.
I feel enlightened.
Yeah, but like averages, you guys pretty much all kind of pull into the port, and you notice that there are several ships that you kind of like saw some of the smaller ships. You don't see the sea print ship anywhere near the harbor or anything going back in there, but some of the smaller, like I guess you'd say like yachts or like larger sort of sloops that were there. You see some of them like docked in the harbor.
Gotcha. Okay.
What time of day is it? Like afternoon?
No, it's probably morning time. I would say you were only a few hours, and it was like afternoon by the time you guys left the monastery. So travel through the night, and you arrive bright and early the next morning.
Sweet.
And Meglar, I want to go to Dungeon Donuts.
Knock yourself out, bro. Well, sure, I would like to go there to smash the place up.
No, it's too early to be smashing stuff up. Yeah, I wonder if the flag shop's open.
It's never too early to smash anything. But anyway, I'm thinking I'm gonna go to a trader to sell this shield unless somebody else wants it.
What shield?
Yeah, it's just a regular like metal wood shield that I got from Saltmarsh from that blacksmith kit.
Excellent.
And trade that in for some javelins.
What are we doing here?
We're picking up our flags, bro. We had to get a Guardian's flag made and our actual flag for the ship.
Yeah. Also, I got a bunch of other stuff made up, so I'll be retrieving that today.
Snothers, are you going to the magic shop?
You see Snoddler's literally like he puts his monocle on from like the magic the gem of seeing monocle on, and he's like has his like coins listed out on the table and a giant like a page in his notebook that has nothing but just names and bullshit written down on it. Snoddler
You look like
to
the Monopoly Man.
I look like the Monopoly Man. And in fact, we're going right there. It's like Snoddlers would like to, because I'm very worried that the scrolls and noble will not have these scrolls forever. I'm sure there are others that are also buying them. But Snoddlers thinks he's short again. I don't know if it's worth it, even with this new gold that we have. Snoddlers wasn't able to take enough.
I love the view of Snobblers now. The image of Snobblers wearing his hat of vermin. It's like a top hat made with a little bit of rat fur. He's got his tiger cape on. And his monocle, of course.
Snodder's fancy.
Fancy Snobblers.
I actually want to go to Scrolls of Noble as well.
You see Snodder's glare at you like Snodder's wants to make sure you're not getting the squirrel of chain lightning, are you?
No, I doubt it. It's we have different uses for scrolls.
He completely stops paying attention and just like goes back to his business.
He says doubt it. That means he might.
All right, so Snobblers, you head off to Scrolls and Nobles. What's everybody else doing?
Doing the
I'm
same.
going to
And
flags.
the trader to sell my shield and my longsword.
Hey Vossen, can you pick up? I have put in an order for a bunch of like jackets while we were there last time. Can you see if those are done for me? Pick them up. I paid in that, so
Jackets at the flag shop?
yeah.
Yes. Okay, just checking. Yeah. Is it under your name or like?
Yeah, we went in together last time, so hopefully she remembers. It was only a few days ago.
Okay, I'll ask.
Thanks.
I'm going to tag along with Maglar. Not that I have any business really, but I just want to get off the boat.
All right.
Oh yeah, where's the crew at?
So the crew is milling about doing their normal duties. Most of them are kind of just like putting the sails away and the ropes and anchoring the ship. The officers will say like Bobby and Mester. Your new, I don't know what his title would be called. He's like the second in command from the first mate. I don't know what you guys. I don't know what the ship term for him would be, but they're up probably up on the deck and just kind of taking in the sights, breathing in the city air.
Gotcha. We're just doing a quick in and out today, right?
I would assume that's
Yeah.
the plan.
All right. Tell them to keep it tight. We'll be back in a couple of hours.
All right, cool. So, Snodlers and Hector, yeah, you guys head your way off to Scrolls and Noble, and you walk in and you see Luthien Tallman. She's just opening the shop in the morning, and she welcomes you guys and tells you, our business has been very good. We have several new items that my best customers might be interested in.
You see Snodder's like scratching his neck and concerned.
I just motioned to Snodlers to go first, like after you.
Snodder's doesn't think it matters who goes first. Why don't you go first? Snodder's would like to worry for the next 5 or 10 minutes.
All right, cool. Yeah, so while you guys are doing that, I'm going to do the thing where you can see the stuff. I just gotta find it.
No, Jay!
I hope I didn't delete it. I was cleaning up the my journal because there was so much crap in there the other day, and I was like, don't need that. Oh no. No, I think I found it. So because
Sorry,
Hector's looking first, he's gonna go in there first. Boom. Yeah,
Nice.
but now I'll put you up in there, Snodder. So yeah, you guys can take a look at like the updated list of what she has for sale. And I did a rant. I rolled dice to remove things, and it's so funny that literally happened.
So, ironically, I spent about an hour and a half after D&D figuring out what I need to buy before the spell list changes.
And I had to do that just to change it up. So I like rolled some dice and tried to figure out every category, which one I would remove or add. And when you mentioned chain lightning, I laughed a little bit to myself and cried a little bit.
Well, no, I actually don't care about your lightning. That was part of the funny part to me.
Well, good. So hopefully what you wanted is still there, or if there's something new. I don't know.
Yeah, it's great. This is actually going to take me more than like 5 minutes to figure out what I want, what matters.
Go ahead. If you guys want to shop, you have the prices. You know what to do. I think there might be a new book she tells you that they have. I won't remember if I put. Oh yeah, there might be some new recipes too for potions, maybe 1 or 2. But
So I was looking at.
Maybe you should go to someone else now as we look over this stuff.
oh yeah, that's what we're doing. So yeah, so you guys are going shopping there. Vassen, you had your way over to the flag maker, the tailor shop, Riona, where you guys, you remember, and
as I was walking there, I'm picking up like pebbles on the way and just putting them in my pocket.
Are they pebbles or dry?
They're probably like the size of a $50. Just picking them up as I go.
Okay. Yeah, you get it to her stall, or no, she had like a nice little shop. It was small. It was like lined with all sorts of cloth and fabric and stuff. But as you enter, you see right away like a stack of these like cloaks that are on the counter. And as you enter, she sees you and she remembers you guys. So she's
hello.
She looks at him. She's like, "Oh, you're back early, but I got your flags done."
Early, nice. Thank you. I was supposed to gather cloaks also?
Yeah, well, I got about half of those done. I didn't expect you to come back in a week, so.
Mm-hmm.
But
half will be fine.
So yeah, so she basically gives you your flag. So you have the flag of your symbol, the traveler symbol, the double dragon flag.
Double dragon.
And like the best account that she did of the Guardian's flag that she made, and it looks pretty good, pretty close to what you guys had described.
Oh wow, these are really well done. Thank you.
She says, I rushed, did my best. I'm sorry I couldn't get all the cloaks done, but I will probably have them done probably in like 2 more days. Everything will be complete. I really appreciate you paying for most of this up front. And
what's the remainder of the total?
I think you guys already paid for the flags, didn't you?
I think we did a down payment.
Oh yeah, I put a down payment. Yeah. How the fuck do I have 1,000 silver?
Yeah, you guys got a bunch of silver last time.
From your monastery, the creatures.
I just thought I converted it. I guess I didn't.
Or you didn't. You forgot to delete the silver.
No.
I mean, that's just inflation. Don't worry about it.
Man, I got a ton of gold.
Yeah, so Vassen, with that steel whip that you have, I don't know. I didn't check it in D&D Beyond after I created it if it actually is set up right.
Yeah, I don't think it is because it's going off. It says +4 to hit, and my normal plus is +8.
That's why I
was just giving a heads up.
Some items are actually easier to create in Roll20 than. But anyway, I don't know if you can fix it.
It don't matter. I can't edit it, but.
Oh, you can't. Okay.
Yeah, I know, but it's not a big deal. We'll do that some other time. I probably won't be using it for combat anytime soon.
And as soon as you say that, the lady jumps up with scissors in her hands and she holds them to your throat.
I take my dart out.
Then you defeat her. Okay, so I don't remember what you guys paid. I didn't write down what. I'm sorry for the.
Yeah, whatever.
I got
how
50.
How much do you want?
I got 50 gold written down for some reason, but I don't know what that was for.
All right, whatever's the remainder, I will pay. Just throw it out there.
All right, well, we'll just say it was 50 gold.
I think that's how much the total was supposed to be.
See, I wrote down for some reason. I wrote 50 gold / 100 gold, 1 week for Hector's uniforms.
Oh, did I only pay half maybe then?
Yeah, maybe you paid. Oh, maybe you paid 50. Maybe it was 100 gold for the uniforms. I don't know what it was for the flags. Then maybe. I didn't
All right. Well,
look
here's
at that.
50 gold for the uniforms.
I think 50 gold was the total value for the flags because she wanted 20, but it done in a week, and he was just like, "How about I give you 50?"
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll go with that.
And then the uniforms were like a lot because we wanted so many of them.
All right. Well, there's 50 gold and 100 gold for the uniforms.
All right. I mean, you guys have the gold to spend. You're balling now. All right. So, anything else that you wanted to do there, Vasen, or because
I just say thanks, and then as I start walking back, I do the same thing. I find decent size pebbles and keep pocketing them on my way.
All right.
Oh,
Cool.
God.
Let's see. Yuri and Megler, you guys headed off to the Fighter Pro Shop where Samuel Axon. It looks like he's having a boring morning already, and he's opened up, and he was kind of like half asleep, maybe even hungover, like on the counter, and surprised to see anybody come in so early. And he welcomes you to the shop and wants to know, what the fuck are you doing here, boss?
Just selling my shit.
Let me see
Got a
that.
shield here.
Let me see that shield.
Yeah.
It looks like a piece of junk.
I can't believe he's trying to sell that shield.
Why? Should I give you the low book value for this?
Much would he pay for it?
I could give you 5 gold for that shield.
No, whatever. You got some javelins?
So I got some javelins? Yeah, we got some javelins. All sorts of javelins.
Give me 3 of those.
Okay. So the javelins are 5 silver apiece, Megler. So 15 silver.
How many javelins can one carry?
I'm not gonna count
it-
weight, so he can carry, I don't know, like a feasible amount. He's probably not gonna carry 100 javelins, but
Oh, you missed your chance. He's about to buy 100 of them.
oh god.
I'll buy 3.
All right, cool.
So how would that be with gold pieces now?
So it's 10 silver for 1 gold. So what did I say it was? 15 silver?
All right, so 1 gold and pretty much 1 gold and a half.
1.5 golds.
I
I also
know.
have this. Outside of the game, do I still have that scimitar that I took from that ship?
Yeah, sure.
All right. How about this scimitar too?
Oh, that looks like a piece of junk too.
Yeah, well, I don't really need it. You want it or not?
Are you gonna give it to me?
No, for a little gold.
All right. Well, I'll give you another 10 gold for that.
Fair enough.
Yuri, are you buying anything there, or you're just kind of hanging out with him?
I already bought crossbow bolts. I want to see, like, what is the finest weapons you have?
I think you said what are the finest weapons he has?
Yeah, like what's the best axe you have, for instance?
So he points to the back of the shop again, where I think you've probably been in there before, where he had all of his magic weapons, and you see he says these are all the Willem Durabante collection here. What we got left? We haven't had any new shipments in, but these are our best axes right here. So I probably already what you have. So you bought a +1 axe there before, so I don't think there's anything more better than what you
And-
already got.
Nothing more gooder?
Nothing more gooder.
You don't have a
bet
great
I
sword
got-
+3, do you?
Whoa! What? You crazy? We got any of those in here?
All right. Well, Megar's just gonna say, well, I guess my business is done here. And before he walks out, he kind of looks right at Yuri. And he can't believe he's doing this. And he's even asking why the hell he's doing it. But he's gonna take at least a little pouch and put 200 gold in there. And then hand it over to Yuri and say, hey, this is for paying for the spies. If you want it.
Without any hesitation, I snatched the pouch of gold.
Is he
Don't even
roboting
thank
for
him.
anyone else?
Yeah, he's roboting.
And then Meglar just walks out. And then just starts finding everybody else.
So Yuri snatches the gold. You guys walk out. Samuel Axel just stands there looking like, what the fuck was that? So is there anything else you guys want to do while you're in town, or do we want to just keep on rolling? Oh, what you guys buy, Snubbers and Hector? Anything good?
I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, I don't have a lot of money. I don't have enough money for the spells are expensive, MK.
Yeah.
What I do want to know is, how do you deem or how do you DM me making spell scrolls?
Ooh, you making spell scrolls.
Because a part of my trait, I don't know if I have access to it yet, is I can actually produce spell scrolls at half the time and for half the cost, I think, or at least half the time.
Yeah, because doesn't it depend on spell level?
Yeah. I mean, I can find it's a UA, I think, for creating them. I don't think there's anything official unless the last couple books did it. But I think that will actually depend on what Hector and I do as well. Because I already have some of the things that he wants. I could just make them for him.
Yes, I think it would be like whatever time it costs you to like transcribe it into your spell book would be the same amount of time to make it. But once you get that ability, yeah, you'd be able to cut that in half. So.
And then I would have to... Is the gold value going to be the same gold value to buy the scroll from them?
Ooh, I'd
Or
say.
how do you want to do that?
Let's say it'd be like half the price.
Sweet. Do we need special components for that? Do we can get into while we're in town?
In the past, I've just hand-waved that and taken the gold out, but if we're here, we can get the special inks, because it's supposed to take special inks.
Yeah, if it's something that you think you'd find in town, then just go ahead and you guys will just say you go and buy them. Otherwise, just take the gold value of the things that you need.
Let me double-check I'm not making my rate or my class stuff too good or too bad, and just to make sure that I have all the information. But if that's the case, then I think we can work something out, and it'll take us a couple more minutes, I think.
It's fine. But if it's like the off-the-wall shit, yeah, just deduct some gold, because we're not going to go make a quest to have you go find some obscure shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit up that after we're done here. I gotta go hit up that lady with the like the remedies shop.
Oh, you love that lady. The old lady. Oh, my God.
The old lady keeps swindling me for like 3 times as much stuff's worth. But it's fine.
Oh, you're adept at crafting spell scrolls. Describe the treasure chapter of the Adventurer's Guide.
It doesn't do a good job.
Yeah, the crafting in this in this is kind of lacking.
What page is it on there? Let's see.
It's chapter 7.
You guys hear me now?
Hey, you sound great. Yeah. What'd you do?
I just closed Discord and
You shut
reopened it.
You shut Pornhub down? I got it. Yeah, it usually works. Chapter 7 Treasure.
I don't know that we need to worry too much, right?
Yeah, I was just looking to see if it was gonna pop right up, but I don't.
I was gonna say,
I've read this section about 100 times, and I assure you, I cannot find shit on how to make them here. The only thing I've seen was UA, and I'm sure it's in here somewhere. But like, even over the last 4 years, I've been looking for it, and the only thing I found is UA.
Yeah, because
basically they determine it like making a magic item. which is just screwed up because I'm not making a sword. I'm making a one-time consumable item.
Yeah, which is completely different.
And then they're like, oh, just half it if it's consumable. I'm like, that's bullshit. That means that potions are like 30,000 gold for like a one-time use, like rare potion.
Yeah.
And we can always just shuffle gold around because that's basically all it's going to be.
Yeah, it's easier. Knocking everything over. Okay. So Hector, you want to go talk to the old lady?
Yes. Those are the scrolls I want to buy. Everything and the recipe. Everything comes to 1,000 gold.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, alchemist.
Oh shit! 1,000 gold. Fucking A.
He's buying some shit. Yeah, I think some of those were new. I think like false life was new and enhanceability was new.
I like it.
So, as a druid, he has an enhanceability, and now he can cast it from the scroll. That was your ruling, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. All right, just making sure.
The old lady. Oh, yeah. So that lady.
I just want to get some like stuff for my potions. I'm not sure what she has, but
I don't know either. What kind of stuff are you looking for? We can roll on.
So I assume a lot of the stuff that like the high level like what I say components she's not gonna have like vampire dust and shit.
Yeah, so that stuff she's not gonna have for sure.
Right. If she has like some fly agaric mushroom or some coastal flower or stuff like that is
Okay, cool. So what we'll do is we'll say she has a lot of the basic ingredients you have, because I'd like to go through and actually like finish up. Actually, what? Let me see. There's some. Wow, what potions are you looking for? Because I forgot I have stuff in that list that I haven't unlocked for you yet.
Oh, gotcha. So the new one I bought will be the Alchemist Fire. I'm not sure I need to make that. So I can get some stuff for that. Would be great. And I'm trying to get like some healing potions. And like a couple potions of swimming would probably be a good idea. But that requires like water elemental droplets, so I'm thinking she probably doesn't have that.
Yeah, she probably doesn't have those.
Wait. Are you still in the same shop I'm in?
No, he's like down the road, like into the market.
Because did you see the 5th level spell scroll that's in here? Conjure elemental.
Yeah.
I just conjure a water elemental? Question mark. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Oh, and not to mention, who was it? Meglar, you have one of the gems of water elemental.
Yeah, an elemental gem or something like that.
Yeah, but which one was it? We rolled for it. I told you which one it was. You don't remember, huh?
No.
Because the same thing was going to be for Yuri.
I thought when you said we got them, you would tell us what they did specifically later. You said.
Yeah, I did last session, but you weren't there.
Didn't you say that they somehow summon some sort of clone? Or something?
It summons an elemental. But, like, you rolled on a table for which one it was. Let's see. Well, I probably wrote it down. Because I had a table that said... I thought you had a water elemental, but I could be wrong. But Yuri, go ahead and roll a d4. And Megler, I don't think I wrote it down, so if you want to, you can roll a d4 as well.
Okay.
Alright, so you got a yellow diamond, and it releases an earth elemental. So write it down. And Megler, you get a red corundum gem. It's a fire elemental.
Okay.
So yeah, those won't help Hector anyway. But yeah, Hector, I have a potion. What was the potion of healing that you had?
Potion of healing. It was just a basic healing.
It's just a
it's-
basic potion. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, I'll-
Someone took the greater one that I had. I think it was Boston.
I haven't.
Yeah, this is the recipe I have.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, recipe. Shh. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm muted.
All good. All
How
good.
dare you?
All right. So we're just gonna say, Hector, if you want to like make a deal with her and you deduct like 50 gold, I'm gonna give you all of, like the base level stuff that you could need from her.
Sweet.
And then
many?
like I have to work on one. I want to like work on one of those recipes. Like I said, the alchemist fire.
Okay.
And then I'll get back to you on that.
What did we get for like quantities on stuff?
Okay, so I think for that price for 50, you'd probably be able to have enough for, we'll say, 5 uses of each item.
Sweet. Okay.
And that's all for like the basic ingredients, because most of them like require like a basic ingredient and water, or then like some of like your higher one, because you have the potion of healing, which has like the fly agaric mushroom, which is like a basic ingredient. But the next one, like, which technically right now you don't have the potion of like superior healing, but it has like one additional ingredient, something that's a little bit more unique to find.
Nice.
Just as an example.
Yeah. Sweet.
But yeah, you'll have to just when you get a chance, just give me the list of all the recipes that you currently have, because I kind of lost track of what you have.
Yeah, cool.
All right, so what else you guys doing?
I refreshed my Discord or whatever. Maglar and I just left. We just left the weapon shop.
I think I just left you behind while you were still shopping.
He's like, Megler out.
We're losing him again.
What's that?
Are we losing him
Did
again?
he say something?
I don't
For
know.
me?
So if
Yeah, there he is.
So if you guys are all done, are you guys heading back to the ship? And I'm like, probably just.
Yes.
Meglar's heading back to the ship.
All right. So yeah, so you guys go back to the ship and like finish out like probably some of your late morning to lunchtime. You know, you probably stop at and get a bite to eat while you're in the city, and try to keep a little bit of a low profile, considering that you're fairly close to the area where you just murdered a bunch of people. Then you guys pack up the stuff, get the crew ready. So you have half of your cloaks, Hector. So half of the crew has got long swords and.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait to give the cloaks out until we have all of them. But yeah, it's basically everyone has long swords and scimitars that are fresh, new, nice.
Okay.
Come from.
We'll get the because I want to make sure I have everyone's like colors sorted out.
Just say colors.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different colors.
Why's it got to be about color, bro? Segregation on our boat. What the fuck?
So Hector decided to arm the whole crew.
They were already armed.
Everyone's
They're armed better now.
Oh.
They were some of them were kind of armed, but yeah, they all have swords now.
Yeah, they all
I
have
think
swords.
twice before.
Oh, like even these guys, like they had like basic military training, but they never really spent a lot of time like actually out at sea, So it's been like a month that you guys have traveled with these guys, so I'm assuming there's been some highs and lows, but I mean, I'm sure that they're probably getting more efficient at their jobs. And now being armed, they might feel a little bit better too, that they're keep finding themselves in strange situations.
Getting swallowed by a fucking octopus and giant crab.
Right.
Actually swollen though, like they're gone.
Yeah, I want to, and when I give them the weapons too. I'm making it clear, like I'm not expecting you to like fucking fight for us, but just like I want you to be able to protect yourselves, because like this is not quite your normal military post.
Yeah, when we do like combat with them, we'll probably do like a group roll for them or something if you guys get attacked or something. Sounders, you're spending some cash.
No, that's the rules for creating spell scrolls based on Xanthem. I am ready. Do you want me to tell you what I am doing?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So Snoddler's waddles over and puts down his entire gold bag on the table. Just thunk. Snoddler's would like some items.
Okay, Sounders, what do you need? How much money do you have, by the way?
Not a lot. I mean, you basically you only told us all that we could have 3,000 gold. I had 0.
yeah. I forgot you emptied like your last penny out onto the table for the spies.
And I had a calculator up and I closed it. Give me 2 seconds. Ah, shit. Yeah, so apparently I added something else that I shouldn't have. So Snodless is wondering how long is this? Do you think you're going to have all of these?
Oh, so business has been good, and we've been changing a lot of hands. So it seems like our spell scrolls have been kind of flying off the shelf every couple of days. They've been changing.
Snodler's noticed.
I think folks are starting to get a little spooked with the whole Sahaugen attack on the city and something brewing with the pirates. Then now, just the other day, I heard rumors that the Golden Fortune went down mysteriously. So
Snodless has heard about that. Snodless was there firsthand. It was horrible.
Oh, you were? And
yeah.
You escaped with your life. How amazing.
My entire party did. Snodless was very grateful.
Oh, well, lucky you. I've heard so many innocent people that lost their lives tragically.
Yeah, so anyway, unrelated, I have 3,247 gold. Snodless is short a little bit, and I'm wondering if I spend 3,235 gold, you might do Snodless a solid and knock it down by about 15.
Well, I suppose I could do that, you know. You are my best customer, and you look extra snazzy with that hat on.
I don't remember what the hat does, and I didn't add it because I think you were going to add it in-game, right? Because it wasn't a real hat.
The hat of vermin?
Yeah. Was it a real hat? I just didn't do it. Oh, wait, no, I have it.
Yeah, it's a real hat. We just made it look like a top hat because it's...
Oh, yeah. So with that, Snodlers takes off his hat, and he pulls in the bag, and then he pulls out a rat, and then it immediately like escapes his hand and runs away. He's like...
And she like looks spooked and like, that's lost in my shop now. I don't know about this discount.
Snodlers is sorry. Snodlers was just excited about his hat.
That is a nice hat, though. But yeah, yeah, give her all of your money and you can have your stuff. That's fine.
Heck yeah. Well, so Snodlers wants one of them a blade word. One of those. Oh God, you don't have Earth Tremor anymore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do. One of those of Earth Tremor. Snodlers wants a. Oh, I have enhanced ability in here. That was the problem. I knew I was short by something. See, it's a pain in the ass. There's a lot of shit here.
Wait, so Hector bought enhanced ability.
Right. Yeah, I'd need like an extra 1,000 gold. I have enough. It's 3,050 gold for as it is. I had an enhanced ability in that set on accident. So I basically get dole out 3,050 gold, earth tremor, flame arrow, grasping vine, and telekinesis.
Oh, nice.
And Snodlers is looking longingly at the hold monster scroll, but he's like, Snodlers doesn't have enough.
Oh, I thought that was going to be for sure something you were going to get.
Telekinesis is kind of like, it has like a whole bunch of utility and can kind of do something like hold monster. So I'd rather have utility than I did just a combat thing.
Gotcha.
Because both those were on my list, and I was like, nah.
All right, cool.
All right, I'm excited.
All right, so yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it for your days of shopping. You guys all kind of went and did your own thing and made your way back to the ship kind of without being too conspicuous, other than Sounders talking about it openly and to the lady. But
what are you talking about?
But she doesn't know anymore. All right, so I'm assuming you guys want to head out as soon as possible, or what's the plan?
Yeah.
So Snodlers heads over to Vitoris, like, hey Vitoris, can Snodlers borrow like 265 gold?
265 gold. Let me see what I got. Purse a little light.
Snodlers understands.
Yeah, here you go.
As soon as he receives the money, he leaves ship and heads right back to Scrolls and Noble.
As the ship is like starting to like leave.
I don't. As he's walking off the boat, I'm gonna yell at. I was like, I don't think Meglar had the addiction.
I need to get the quote unquote reagents to be able to get it, like RP wise.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. So whatever, yeah, for all the basic stuff that you might need, is that the total? Was 265?
That was how much I had, because I wasn't doing the whole value because I didn't do enhanceability.
Oh yes,
I had 200 left over or something. So
okay,
that was basically the difference.
Yeah, so it takes you a little bit of time. You go through the market and you talk to the old lady and get whatever ingredients she had. I think there was like a general goods random guy that one of the shops. So you pick up the stuff you need. As the crew is like waiting patiently for Snodlers to return, you guys eventually head off.
What'd my gold buy, Snodlers?
It bought something that will be dear to your heart. Snodlers is certain of it. Snodlers can now take out 2 boats in one cast.
Oh fuck! I've created a monster. Where are we going? Home?
I thought we were going to the Isle of Abbey. We're told there another trident piece may be there. And it's right next to home.
Oh yeah. How long's the ride?
Oh,
The trident piece?
Say what?
Another trident piece?
That's what we said.
Yeah, so that was the one thing that you missed there, Yuri, is that Vasen's meditating and he learned possible location of another piece.
Yes, correct. Possible.
Oh god, I can't even learn one of these spells.
And we're at the monastery after we destroyed the chimera that were there. I meditated by the tree of Aman, and Masters and Daka informed me that the trident was there, but they shipped it out because they were afraid that we're going to get attacked, and they did.
So I'll throw in the one thing that you guys overheard when you went to Seaton, when you're in like the harbor, or like what do you call it, like the where you guys have been docking, like near the military base, basically. Some of the guys on there were talking about that. Oh, you guys just missed the 2 members from the Travelers Guild that came up to pick up the 2 ships that you had mentioned that you were going to check on. Your 2 free ships, Vasen, that you got from. So they mentioned that these these two brothers came up from Saltmarsh. One was a gnome, and the other was this very large, like ugly human with a pet panther, and they were accompanied by these two King's Guardsmen, and they were talking about how they know these guys as Phil and Randall. They came to pick up the two ships, and they brought them back in the morning. So you guys had just missed them, and they brought the two ships back to Saltmarsh.
Phil and Randall.
I forgot about the two ships.
Yeah.
Phil and Randall,
Yes.
they were the wagon drivers, right?
Right. So the wagon driver is accompanied by two brothers, one gnomish and one human. But they said that they were brothers, which was strange. But yeah. So you guys make your way back. We're gonna look at the map and see how long it takes to get from Seaton to the Isle of the Abbey.
As soon as I get on the boat, I hand the flags to be hung.
Ooh,
And
which one are you gonna hang up?
well, can't we like have them and then just like bring them up whenever we need them? You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I'm sure.
Or do they not? Like, I don't know how that works. Like, do they hang them both and then only raise one, or just bring it down, bring it up, kind of thing?
Typically, there's only one flagpole, so if you want to change them, it should just be a couple clips. You got to lower it down, undo the clips, put the next one on, re-raise it.
So let's fly that traveler's one.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, yeah. So you guys fly the traveler's flag. Well, it takes 200 miles. It's 200 miles from Seaton back down to the Isle of the Abbey. So you do 120 miles in a day. So it's almost 2 days to get all the way back down there.
What the? What?
That's a trip.
Nice.
So you guys get like most of the way down there. So it's by like the next let's see, one full day. You guys are leaving at like lunch or like noontime, right? So noon the first day, and then probably by nighttime of the second day, you see, just as the sun is starting to go down, a small ship. It's kind of like a ship that you guys have seen before. It's more of a makeshift raft than it is a ship. You guys recognize as you get closer the small sea elf man that you remember called
That son of a
Narjan.
bitch.
And as you guys approach, he's kind of like waving you down and motioning you to come to his ship.
Fucking Marshawn.
Hell yeah.
CL.
Well, who's steering the ship? Whoever that is. You got
Shall I
magic
get
items?
on the? Shall I get on the ballista?
Man the ballista, Yuri.
Jesus.
Oh god.
Just in case he tries to mouth off like he did last time.
Snodulus is on the deck with all these scrolls and shit writing down as the ship's moving. His entire body's just probably sliding slightly from side to side.
Come to think of it, that bastard owes us 500
Jesus.
gold, doesn't he?
Oh my God, Robert, you're roboting like crazy there. Yuri, what happened to you?
It's that stupid internet, man.
I heard something that he owes you money. Does Narjan owe you money?
No.
Oh.
Yuri just thinks everybody owes him money all the time.
Ahoy.
Well, Meglar did for that spy he paid.
Yeah, but you guys are even Stevens now.
We are even Stevens.
Yeah, so you guys pull up to Narjan's little makeshift raft ship, and he says, "Well, welcome, my friends. You come to buy more goods from me."
I walk up to the edge and take my gourd off, take a big old sip, and like wave with my staff at him.
I remember the travelers. Tell me of the great tales you've had, travelers.
Oh man.
Don't you owe me money, elf?
Me? Oh, money? Never.
At some point,
What
he
do
was
you-
ready to add.
Maybe you'd like to buy some items for that I have for sale while I'm still open.
Snodlers looks over and is very sad that he
Oh,
has
oh.
literally like no gold.
Do you have anything new?
Yeah. Narjan always has new goodies.
New goodies?
So, yeah, new goodies. Let's see what he's got. So this is what he's got for sale. Some new, some old.
Is it the same thing in NPC handouts?
Yes. Yep. You should be able to see it in PC handouts. It's called Narjan's Mystical Magic Items from the Sea. Did you see anything you like, friends?
My Discord keeps dinging.
Yeah, hold on. I don't know what any of these are.
I can tell you. These items are all amazing mystical magic items. How about the folding boat? Whenever you need a rowboat, you just pull this out of your pocket and open it up, and it turns into a boat. That's amazing. And mystical.
What about this
Oh, this is-
candle of the deep?
Sorry, what was that?
The candle of the deep.
Oh, the Candle of the Deep. That provides light at the very depths of the ocean where there's complete darkness. Probably something good for somebody like you that doesn't have the dark vision gift.
What's the
I'll buy one of those candles.
You can have two.
2 for 500?
Yes, take them both.
I'll take them.
What's the cup?
Oh, I love the cup. This is Captain Curly's crude, crusty cup. This amazing little thing works like this, and he grabs the cup and he like leans over the edge of the raft and he dips it in the sea and he picks it up and he just starts drinking the seawater. And he's like, try some, and he hands it over to you, Vitoris.
Take a sip cautiously.
Yeah, you take a sip and it's fresh water. So the cup turns seawater into fresh water. And now you might have scurvy too, but
No scurvy.
no, but yeah, so that's what it does.
Gives you scurvy.
I'll give him.
It's just scurvy.
I'll give him his cup back.
Oh, you don't like it?
I don't. I don't know about a cup.
What about that lucky stone?
Oh, the fisherman's lucky stone. Oh, this is a fun little one. And so he takes the stone out with this little pouch. And it's a small stone. It's only the size of like an egg. And it's kind of oval in shape. And it's in the shape of a fish. It's like a carved fish. And he starts rubbing the stone, and all of a sudden a fish just appears at his feet. And it's like flopping on the ship. See, you can never go hungry when you have the fisherman's lucky stone. At least once a day, that is.
Handy.
Did you just say Fisherman's Lucky Stone?
That I did. Interested?
Does it really work?
I am.
There's a fish right by my feet.
You just did it. I point at the fish.
But it only works once a day. But how many fish do you really need to eat in a day, anyway?
Nah, I'll take my chances.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you guys are fucking killing me.
Are the fish the same fish every time? Or do they change?
I've never really tried
Is it random?
I've only tried it a few times, but every time that I've got it, I've got these beautiful trout like this.
And what about the magic seashell? Cliffy's magic seashell.
Do you really want me to go and try all of these items?
Wait, just tell me what it is.
Well, I'll tell
take-
you about this one. This is probably my most favoritist mystical item of all. What you do, and he starts speaking like really quietly, and he kind of like gets closer to you, Hector, and he's like, you take the shell and you hold it to your ear and you ask a question. It has to be a yes or no question, and then you listen in the shell, and perhaps you will hear the answer.
Cool. I'll take that and the lucky fisherman's lucky stone.
Oh, joy! Now, remember, this also only works once a day.
No.
What's the driftwood armor? You don't have to get it out and try it on for me.
Oh, you just want to try everything but not buy it. I know
It's
you.
just-
I know your type.
Can you tell me about it? That's all I'm asking.
Oh, it's just some fancy armor, and it's made so if you fall in the sea, you'll float.
Do you have the option to not float?
No, it's made to float.
Okay. I'll buy the shell phones.
Oh, finally! Spend some of that coin purse you have there.
Your folding boat.
You'd like to buy the folding boat?
Yes.
It's yours, my friend. Have a rowboat whenever you need it.
I swear to God, if you open that inside your cabin.
What's a command word? I should just start guessing. It's in your pocket.
Oh, that needs to be messed up.
Wait, Snodlers wants to know the command word just for academic reasons.
Yeah, how big does it go? It's so it unfolds to a ship that's into a boat, or a boat that's 10 feet long by 4 foot wide and 2 feet deep. It has a second command word that causes it to unfold into a ship 24 feet long.
So the second one wouldn't fit in a pair of Jenkins, but the first one would. Is that those big ass pants?
The Jenkos?
Yeah.
What I didn't realize is the boat has a pair of oars, an anchor, a mast, and a sail. That's awesome. It can hold up to 4 creatures comfortably. That's cool.
Damn.
It's a hell of a rowboat. Or ship.
It's a box that turns into a boat. All right. So anyway, so you guys all got the items that you wish to buy?
Yes.
Yes, thank you for your time and wasting my money. Have a good day.
Wasting money? Where are you guys headed now? Some sort of adventure? Maybe you need my help. Maybe I should go with you.
No, thanks.
Oh, where are you headed? Are you going back to your home of Saltmarsh?
That way, yes.
Hegler just shakes his head at Vossen.
What's the actual shell phone called? I know it's an actual item.
Sending stones.
Yeah, we use the sending stones. So Hector, you got Cliffy's magic shell, right?
Yes.
And what was the other thing you bought? Oh, the lucky stone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So one of the spells that I grabbed actually isn't a wizard spell, so I couldn't actually learn it. And therefore I was only 300 gold off from a nabbing hold monster. Can I retcon to borrowing 500 and whatever it was gold from Vossen, if he's cool with it? Not Vossen, from the Taurus, if he's cool with it,
Yeah,
and then swap it out?
That's fine with me if it's good with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, not everything was a wizard spell because I just did a random generator. So
Yeah, I didn't even look because I was rushing. So I was like, oh god, what do these do? All right, cool. And then I went to add it. I was like, mother. It's like it did feel druid-esque, but I had control water still, so maybe.
yeah, because I was thinking that of what was the whip one, or wait, what was it? It was what was it? The vine one. Was that a wizard spell or a druid spell, or that maybe it was both?
Grasping Vine is a druid and not a wizard because I wanted it. So I was like, that's really cool. I can like do some control stuff with a bonus. Oh wait, never mind. No, druid or like a specific cleric or something. Like it was something weird. That's sad.
All right, so he's making some sales. So Narjan's like, well, if I guess if you don't want me to go with you, then I'll just keep traveling up and down the coast. It was a pleasure doing business with you.
Why
Be
do you
sure to
wanna
find me
travel with
again
us?
in case I have some new magical items.
Nautilus will look forward to it next time, maybe.
But Narshan was someone different.
Who did you want me to be?
Remember, somebody owed me 500 gold though.
It was your imaginary friend.
I have those.
That might have been the stowaway that Snodler's accidentally killed. I drank
What?
all my booze.
You start talking about that, and Narjan backs up a little bit. He's like, killed? Oh.
Nautilus doesn't remember that. Snarlers didn't kill anyone. Snarlers enacted vengeance.
That was an accident.
All right, so are you guys done with Narjan here?
Yeah.
Think so. Stay safe. Don't die. There's lots of sea creatures around.
Oh, yeah. Be careful. I've seen a whole bunch of them. But they were dead, so maybe you'll be okay.
Where'd you see him dead?
Oh, well, near the island of the Abbey on the Isle, there was a whole beach full of the Sahaugen. They were dead, but I'm sure nothing that you guys can't handle.
Maybe we should take Narshan with us.
Nautilus would like that because then he could buy items as soon as we got gold.
I don't know if Narjan would be able to handle it.
Narjan's
Well, I
not
mean-
much of a fighter, but
Nautilus isn't sure if it matters then, because if he does not survive,
Oh, I get what you're saying, Snodlers.
well, Narjan was thinking
He
he'd just
does
stand
not
back
survive.
and watch, and if any of you died, I could get my items back and then resell them again.
Nautilus has a very similar concept. Nautilus likes this.
Maybe we should be friends. Do you like
Nautilus is like that.
sailing?
I
Nautilus
just pat the side of
just
our
getting
boat.
used to this. Nautilus has only been doing this for so long. Honestly, I don't know about that raft.
What? I've been on this raft for years, and I'm perfectly normal. You should come
What's-
with me.
What's the state of the raft?
The raft is like held together with like duct tape, basically. It's like ropes, and it's pretty janky looking. Did you see the art? Did I post the art?
Yeah. I think it's in his sell list.
Is that where it was? Yeah, there's some art, some Narjan art that shows his little raft.
I'm surprised you didn't just use your foldable boat.
No, me and this raft have gone together on a lot of adventures. I would never use anything besides this old trusty old girl.
Can I roll to see if I can smell him?
Oh my god! Yeah, make a perception check.
How are you going to travel with us? That involves you leaving your raft behind.
My raft can just follow. So you can't really get a good smell of him, but you do smell like a fishy smell. But you don't know if it's him or like if there's a fish in his pocket.
Is the one he caught still flopping around?
Yeah,
on
it's
the
still
deck?
it's still flopping around the deck.
I mean, I guess if you want to follow us, I don't mind.
Nope, Narjan has better things to do.
Oh, well,
Of course, Vitoris will hire you.
did I say higher? Jesus Christ, are you still talking about that dude? He's fine. He hasn't touched any of your stuff.
It seems like you guys have a lot more issues to deal with, so I think I'll just be going now.
Sometimes I think Narjan's right, just on a raft by yourself. Good luck, Narjan.
Good luck, travelers.
Adios. And I just cheers him, drink some Mugwort.
Isn't that where you got your gourd from?
No, we've had the gourd. We got the staff from there.
Mm.
Onward.
Onward south to carry on to the Isle of the Abbey.
Where there's dead Sahaugen.
So you guys kind of make your way, and it's nearing dark as you leave Narjan, and it's only like a few more hours and into the night, and
Fucking Narjan.
you guys are on the deck, and it's a nice cool night, but you can start smelling the smell of smoke as you kind of near closer to the island of the Abbey. So not only do you smell smoke, but you can kind of get a view a little bit in the moonlight of the island. You've gone around it before, and especially Hector, you know that the island it's only about like a mile wide and like 2 miles long, but it's surrounded by like these sharp, jagged rocks around the entire thing, except for the southern tip of it. And as you guys like kind of draw closer, like you see like broken pieces of ships and things kind of like that were smashed up against the rocks. Like a mast is kind of sticking out of the water at one point. It's definitely not an easy place to sail around. Like around like between the island and Saltmarsh is kind of like a narrow strait of just dangerous rocks.
Is Snodler's still captain or sailing ship?
Snodlers was on the deck, like, writing shit into his book. It doesn't take that long, so it really depends on how long everything was going. It's, like, I probably took only, like, 20 or 30 minutes to do all my spell scrolls. It's only 2 minutes per level.
Okay, so it's Hector's driving then.
If that's the case, and Snodlers, when he's finished, goes back up there and is just stares at Hector, upset, arms crossed. Doesn't say anything, though.
I do that thing where you just kind of like pretend not to notice him for a little bit.
So, to the southern tip, huh?
Yes,
Looks like the best way.
So we're getting into position. Do I see any movement on the island?
Make a perception check. At disadvantage because it's dark out and you're all humaned up.
I don't see shit.
You don't see shit. But so like what you guys know and what Hector knows of the island is it's a pretty desolate sort of place. The island itself is kind of just like I said, it's about a mile by a mile, like a mile square, and it's kind of just covered in grass. It's got like little short like stunted shrubberies and like little like small flowering plants and like wildflowers. It's pretty much like void of most life, except for what you guys have seen before in your travels. And Vasen has probably seen it. Is the small abbey that like kind of sits in the island. It's kind of the whole island is very I guess you'd say like low in elevation to sea level.
Are we able to bring the boat in close enough at the southern tip to get off?
Yeah,
with no problem?
so you guys like sail in close enough to the southern tip, and then you kind of anchor off the coast of it and head in by rowboat. Since you guys have 2 rowboats, you make your way to the shore. Anything you guys want to do before you depart the boat? Actually, I should not just rush you guys if you don't want to.
I'm gonna let the crew know that they heard Narjan say that there was a bunch of dead Sahaugen, so they might want to keep a sharp watch out.
Ready the new arms you were acquired.
As soon as
Stay vigilant. Man the ballista. Just take some practice shots out in the ocean.
Do not take pressure shots out.
No, but I have. As soon as we land on shore, I want to cast a spell on us.
All right, so you guys like as you approach the rowboats to the southern end. Now it's dark out. It's probably like 9 o'clock at night. The sun has gone down, and you guys approach the southern shore, which is this massive like beachy area, and what you do know of it is it's an area called the Skull Dunes, and it's just like a big area of sand compared to the rest of the grassy area of the island. But I can put you guys on somewhat of a map. I guess it's a basic map, but all right. So yeah, you guys approach the shore where you see the bodies of Sahaugen that are kind of laying like within the dunes. You don't need to put your characters on the map or anything. It's more of a basic idea. But this is the shape of the island. It's just a big flat island that's surrounded by these jagged rocks and things like that. All right, so you wanted to cast a spell, Hector? Pass without a trace. Beautiful.
And then I was going to say I want to keep quiet until we know what we're up against. And then I want to see if we can investigate some Sahaugen and see if we can't figure out how they were killed.
Yeah, so go ahead and make an investigation check.
I'll pull out one of my crossbows and cast light on it.
Nice. Okay, cool. So, Hector, you look down at some of these Sahaugen that are kind of laying in the beach, and you see there's a couple of them that are like stuck in sand dunes, and they're actually kind of like buried under the sand. But what it looks like is you see definite like slash marks across these Sahaugen. Like they were in a fight. Like they were a bladed instrument of death to cut them down.
Cool. Let's keep quiet and move inland. Stick together.
All right, so who's going to lead the way then? Is that going to be you, Hector?
Sure.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Well, first, what's the marching order that you guys are going to go in?
I'll follow right behind Hector. Or I'll follow right behind closer Hector.
Follow along.
Actually, I don't know where we're going.
What? What just happened?
I have I like heard Hector.
I think he said he was going to follow right behind Hector.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought he was reenacting the Martians or the
Mars attacks.
Mars attacks. Thank you.
Also known as the Juka tribe, Goblin tribe. Yes.
Same.
All right.
I'll be behind Yuri.
All right. So we got.
Mhm.
So we got Hector.
I'm
up
with him.
front, Yuri.
Behind Carlos.
Kolos, and then Megler.
I'll come in the rear.
Oh yeah, he does.
Rising.
Okay. All right. So so Hector, you're in the front. So what I'm gonna have you do is just make another perception check.
$16.
All right. So a 16. And what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to put you on a second map now of the Dune map.
There's dead bodies already.
So you can see the Traveler's token. That's going to represent you guys as a group.
Gotcha.
And that's obviously a dead...
It's a sweet
So-
token.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? Yeah, because each of these squares are 150 feet, so this is a little bit of a ways out. But with the 16,
That's what our flag looks like too, boys.
Hell yeah. It's also what's on the back of all the cloaks.
Yeah, like the Miyagi Dojo. Mm.
trying to move your token, but I just moved Jerry accidentally. All right, so you guys make your way. Like, you start looking through the dunes, Hector, and you kind of like start taking a look, and you can see like a definite path that kind of follows between the dunes. It looks like it's
Look at that.
there's a trail. There's a skull. That's why it's called the Skull Dunes. But you get to a certain point to where you guys are at, and it looks like you've lost the trail, and the dunes have gone completely flat. And at that point, as you're standing there, all of a sudden, the ground starts to shake, and you hear this sound of bones clacking, and 12 of these skeletons kind of pop up out of the sand and start surrounding you guys.
12 skeletons.
Oh, that makes sense now.
I get startled and take a giant chug of my drink.
Sawless immediately has Fireball ready. Fuck this. Nautilus remembers what happened to the goblins.
All right, so you're on this other map. This is just like a little dune map. So yeah, if, you can put yourself towards the bottom of the map. Yeah, about there. That looks.
Regular has his great sword ready.
And then put yourself in your marching order because Hector would have been in the front. You guys are up a little bit because some of the skeletons actually pop up behind you. They kind of surround you at the point that you're at.
All right. I have. Oh wait. Oh, we gotta wait for.
And then yeah, you guys can roll for initiative as I add the skeletons.
Wait, why? I thought we're friends.
Oh yeah, they're not the friendly type of skeletons. These ones all look like they were all once pirates. They all look. Some of them have like bandanas, and they're like, they're all like brandishing these scimitars and looking all. Some of them have peg legs and eye patches. Still, they're creepy looking.
But I thought we're friends.
If you're friends with skeleton pirates, then you can probably talk your way out.
Oh, they're not vampires? I'd rather that.
No.
These things you really can't make friends with.
Do you speak
We
up
should
there?
try, Maglar. Let's introduce them to our weapons.
My turn order is still broken. If you want to.
Good luck with that.
Okay.
What do you mean? Do you don't want to introduce them with your weapons?
Of course I'm introducing my weapon to their face.
Excellent. Make sure you use the flat side to crush them.
No, what would you know?
You seem like you're looking better.
I don't have.
Oh yeah.
Tiebreakers turned on. You want who's going? Me or Yuri to go first?
Yeah, you guys can always decide. So I don't really care. Whatever.
I would prefer to go first if it's cool with you.
You'll be.
Now for the initiative, why is there a 0.14 for Kolos?
Tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just there.
What is it? Their dexterity, right?
Yeah.
Dexterity? Alright.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So all these skeletons just start popping up out of the sand, and you're like, ah, skeletons.
Well, Fireball ain't gonna do all of them.
Luckily, they're in a strategic circle around you.
Snarlis runs in the middle and fireballs himself.
That's the best way to take care of them.
I literally always have absorb elements now because of that.
Yeah, but you can change the element so it doesn't matter.
It's a reaction, so he can change it too.
You can change it to whatever. Well, I mean, whatever element. I think it's on the list, right? Or is it whatever element he wants?
There's a short list.
Yeah. So
I can't get rid of that circle I just drew.
Teach you to draw a circle now, won't it?
Yeah, like.
Can you highlight the whole thing or no?
No, I can't. I can't do anything.
What a douche.
Thank you.
You got it.
I deleted myself off the initiative order though, because I deleted myself on accident.
Jesus, we're having some issues here. Let me see. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay.
No, Snodlers, no.
Do I have to add you a turn, Sounders, or no?
I think I have a turn. I'm just a blank space.
You guys hear me clearly?
Depends on the definition of clearly.
Rarely.
Oh, we hear you.
Yeah, it was working really good for a while, and now it's just dog do.
It might be partly because he sees all the videos and stuff. If he has that turned on, I turned mine off, and then I think it helped.
Go through all your stuff and make sure all that garbage is off.
Are you saying
It's all off.
you don't want to watch me?
I can't see
What?
your cam anyway.
Oh, you can't?
I can.
Oh, really? Oh, are you only on Discord or?
No, I'm only
No.
on Roll20.
That's what I thought. It just has the beholder token for me.
Oh. You might
You
to-
must have that turned off.
yeah.
I see it.
I might.
Hi. Okay, I gotta roll initiative for these skeletons. Oh, these skeletons are the worst. You guys roll. I don't think I've ever had a monster like go before you guys. Just that's it. I'm going home.
Everyone's gonna go before me, so it's fine.
Josh, you roll advantage?
Yes, I did.
No.
Yeah, I rolled like
God, these
four.
are fucking terrible.
All right, if everyone could just drag them into one pile, Snarlers will take care of them. We all go first, so we can probably do it.
There's 9. I said there's 12. Where's this guy? Yes! Skeleton chief.
Nice. My pass out trace is about to fade, by the way.
What? Okay, yeah, because it's been a little while.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use a concentration spell, so it's...
Okay. All right, so I think they're all on there. I don't know. Is there 12 of them?
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. Wow, so Vasan, yeah, as these skeletal pirates pop up out of the sand, it's dark other than Vitoris has some light around him. Hold on.
So do I even know that this guy's back there?
Trying to see what I got here. So where's your light? So Vitoris, what is it? Is it like a torchlight? So it's like 40 or like 20/20? 20 dim and 20 bright?
Yes.
So let's see, where's Vitoris?
Sorry, I ran downstairs to get water.
We skipped you.
Yeah, you died.
No, you didn't, because I'm about like 12. There's like
Yep.
12 turns before
They
me.
took your bag of holding.
No.
No, so I'm trying to figure out. We're just trying to figure out if Vasan can see, like which enemies Vasan can see, because you are holding the light, and it's gonna.
Probably only this one.
Well, it's with 40 feet, so you've got...
Just
20,
put a
40 foot.
yeah
Hold on.
put a
Oh, Jesus.
circle on yourself, and then have the DM make the circle visible to everyone.
I gotta remember.
Yeah, an aura.
Yeah, I can do the
Circle.
aura on him. I'm just trying. I never figured out how to do it. So, oh, you got it.
There it is. I don't.
It
I
only
think-
shows for you unless the DM changes it.
Yeah, because I see it.
I guess that's all that
well, you
matters,
see
right?
everything.
Yeah, so you can see all the ones that are close by.
The bright orange, assuming everyone can see it, is bright
Like
light.
All right, Vasa just runs back here and attacks this one. Like I'm gonna like do like a low swing at the kneecap, two-handed swing with my 100-proof staff for 14 to hit.
Ooh, that misses. No, it hits. You're right. It hits.
Two-hand like a baseball or almost like a golf swing, trying to take his legs right out for 11.
Nice. You smash right into him, and one of his legs just like you just like hit it like home run style, and he falls to one leg. But he's still standing, and you hear him like.
Then I'm gonna come down with a fucking smash to the top of his head with the fucking. Actually, I'm gonna do bonus action flurry blows. To an unarmed strike. I'm gonna do like a axe kick to its head.
Yes. Yeah, with a 13, it hits him.
For 7.
Boom, and you just like punch his head right off, and he dies.
Yeah, so it's here to there. It's 25, 20. And 35 feet of more movement. We'll fucking run over to here and use my other attack on this guy. Come out! Two-handed.
Jesus.
That's gonna hit. Even in the dim light, that's gonna hit.
I'm gonna swing down and like crush it, like try to like hit it at its collarbone, like bring it to the ground.
Oh.
Ooh, for 11.
Yeah, that's enough to like smash into. You see like a bunch of his rib cage just like cave in, and bones just start splintering up in the air. But he's still standing.
That will be my turn.
Right, skeleton leader. Oh, you're dead. The one guy that rolled a 20, he's the guy that died. That's bullshit. Whatever. All right, go ahead, Hector.
Sorry, girl.
That's okay.
I'm just gonna cast Bless on Vitoris, on Snodlers.
I need all the help I can get.
Yeah,
That's
put it on
true.
put it on the spellcaster.
Yep. So yeah, Sarge, Vitoris, and Snodlers. I don't know why I said Sarge. Kolos.
I would say, who is this Sarge you speak of?
I just when I forget people's names, I read the little tags, and his is still like his name and not his in-game name. But anyway,
John, that's
the
how I
same
got
thing.
the extra. That's how I got the extra 10 feet of movement. By the way,
Drunken technique. Gotcha.
so that's my
Okay.
Yeah, that's my action, and I'm just gonna use my. It's a free action to draw a weapon, right? I just pull my dagger out so that we can get some more
Yeah.
light going on.
Yeah.
And that's the end of my turn. So there's also 40 foot of light around me.
Okay. Well, you're making it all complicated now. It's so bright now. All right. Okay, Yuri, what do you want to do?
And attack this one here.
Okay, okay. Yuri rolls a 25 to smash through this skeleton and just one-shot that guy. You just bring the axe right through him, and he just crumples. It crumbles into a pile of bones in front of you.
And then I'll just use my movement to move here and my turn.
Okay. All right, now there's...
So people have been basically like knocking these things out pretty easily, right?
Yeah, yep. You can tell that they're pretty weak.
All right. So I'm going to do the stupid. You ready?
And we wouldn't expect...
Wait a
anything
minute.
else.
I am going to cast Magic Missile and launch a dart at 5 different targets.
Okay.
I know that it doesn't work this way. I know that they will not kill them, but it'll be fun.
Choo 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 choo. For 4 points on which ones?
It's force damage, which I don't remember if that matters for skeletons, but
No, but
it is. Let's just go bottom right. 4, and I have 5 of them, I think.
5 darts. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
All right. He's a -4. He's a -4.
Last time I did it, and everyone was one-shotting him, I actually knocked out like 6 of them, so I'm like, oh.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was the pixies or whatever.
Oh yeah. He killed half a forest, burned their house down.
I didn't kill any of them.
You guys,
Just
murderers.
after I realized what they were, I like stopped attacking and like tried to talk, and I was just like, murder them.
Now that I think about it, you guys are a bunch of like evil, heroic characters.
Yeah. Like I said, I stopped attacking them, but like,
Snottler is not evil. He may be chaotic, but he's not evil.
Okay, so is that it for your turn? That's probably it for your turn, right? So,
That's it for my turn.
all right, Taurus.
I'm gonna use my reaction to give Vitoris a plus D6 to his attack roll.
Take a shot at this one.
So you have plus 8.
Oh, I'll need it.
Well, damn.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So which one are you attacking?
31.
Yeah, 31 hits. Which one? That one by Vitoris? Vasan, I mean. Okay.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
For 24.
Oh yeah, you just hit this thing with a crossbow bolt right in its skull, and the skull you just see it like flying through the air into the darkness and just disappears.
And then I will move. Oh, yeah, I'll move up this way to cast some more light, and I'll take another shot at that one. Oh, do I still get the +4?
Yes. Hold on one sec. I got you. Hey, 15.
All right, it hits.
Hooray! For 5.
Okay.
Oh shit! I'm like prime mowing down range.
Yes.
Oh no! Oh no!
And they're all next.
Oh yes, my dream has come true.
Kill him.
Well, guys, it's been a pleasure. Let me go ahead and start rolling up.
Come on, man. I've been down more than Vitoris' mom.
Yeah, so these skeletons just bum rush into Vitoris. At least 3 of them do. Is these other 2? 3, 4, 5. Where's the one skeleton that rolled 6s? Oh, those are the other guys. Yeah, so these guys come in rushing Yuri, and the other guys come in rushing Vitoris. So Vitoris, these skeletons that are like, they look like skeletal pirates. They all start swinging their short swords at you. First one's gonna miss. The second one makes an attack with an 11. Is gonna miss.
Gonna miss.
And the third one with a 9.
Gonna miss.
Yeah, so 3 epic fails from these skeletons. The other 2 that are attacking you, Yuri, one of them
They're rolling
crits.
like I am.
So you take 7 points of piercing. Actually, no, it would be 12 points. 12 points of piercing damage. And the skeleton just runs in and he just stabs you, kind of in your armpit when you're not paying attention. You can feel his sword just kind of like enter into your flesh as you kind of like turn around, looking all mad. The other one swings on you, and he also crits.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
For another 14 points of piercing damage.
Someone else needs to reload for a different reason.
Those were supposed to be for Vitoris, though.
I'm going to use my reaction. Harry.
Okay. So you can roll superiority die. Roll a d8. Alright, so you roll a 5 plus your dex.
Which is a 1.
Alright, so
Fifteen.
reduce your
One.
damage. Yeah, so you reduce your damage by 6 points of damage.
Oh, take 8.
So
Well, maybe
from the second
doing
attack.
math, right? Yes.
Yeah, so from the second attack it was 14, so
Was it 4?
subtract 6. So that would be 8. Yeah, good math.
Lucky guess.
Alright, so that's the skeletons. That brings up Meglar.
Meglar's got a rage, and he's gonna move up towards where Taurus is, and he's gonna start by attacking this skeleton with his greatsword with a 13.
All right, so that hits into him for a whole bunch of damage. Which one? The one above or below?
Below.
Below. Okay, yeah. So you just rush in there and slam the greatsword into this thing, and he just one-shots. You just smash him in half. Just the sheer weight of the greatsword is enough to just destroy him.
All right, and I'm gonna use my greatsword on this one above.
All right, cool. Nice, same thing. Yeah, you rush over there and just destroy this guy.
And that's it for my move.
All right, so that brings up the other skeletons in the back. The ones that
A lot of skeletons in the back.
Yeah, all the ones that Snobler's damaged up here.
You mean almost killed? It's not always almost killed.
Almost killed, yes. Snobler almost killed.
Very nearly.
So you can't quite get 30. So these guys all come in and start rushing Yuri.
Great.
The two in the back, they pull out their short bows and both launch some arrows at you, Yuri. First one with the 15, he misses, and the second with a 13. So both of the arrows, they get deflected off of your shield as the other skeletons start swinging their short swords on you. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them surround you. 1, 2, 3, 4. All of them miss as you're just like holding the shield up and with one hand blocking their swords and using your axe to kind of like circle back around, and you can feel like the tension as you're surrounded by these skeletons. That brings up Kolos, if all the skeletons have gone. I think so, because the other ones are dead. Okay, go ahead, Kolos.
Alright. I'm going to run up here and try to take a swing at this guy.
Ooh, 11's gonna miss.
Well, he
Do
gets,
I still get plus?
Yeah, he's got +2.
Oh, 13.
Oh, so 13's gonna hit. Nice.
Hell yeah.
For 12 slashing.
Yeah, so that's just enough for you to rush in there and just hit this guy as he's like in battle with Yuri. He doesn't even see it coming as you just swing up through the skeleton and launch him into a whole bunch of broken bits.
I'll swing at this guy now. 26.
Oh yeah, and another attack, and you can feel the weight of your sword like crushing through him, and his bits of armor and stuff just falling off.
I'm going to move again. Here. I'll move over here, which would give this guy an opportunity attack.
All right, so he swings at you with a 17 to hit.
That misses.
All right.
And that's it for my turn.
All right, Vossen.
Oh shit. I'm gonna run way the fuck over here. Yeah, I'm gonna run up there. I'm gonna attack this guy. Hey, like, try to baseball swing his head off.
Nice.
17.
Oh,
Two-handed.
That definitely crushes his skull in.
For 11.
Especially after Snother's weakened this guy.
Almost killed.
Softened them.
Yeah, Snother's did most of the work as you just finished him off.
I loosened the jar.
I'm out of movement, so that's all I can do.
Okay, that brings up Hector.
Cool. I'm gonna chuck a dagger at this skeleton right here.
Okay.
And it's gonna say dart, but it's the same stats as a dagger, so I apologize.
Yes. Awesome.
I think that's 6.
So it's 4 plus your 4, so it would be 8 because you critted.
Yeah, 8 damage total to that guy, and that's my flaming dagger, which doesn't do any damage, but now the light is over there.
Nice. And as you just like whip this dagger through this area and just past Vossen, and it sticks right into one of the eye sockets of the skeleton, and you hear its neck crack, and the head falls off, and the light just shines up through this thing's eyes into the area, and that takes him out.
I love it. That's the end of my turn.
Okay, Yuri.
I step right in the middle of these two.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to hit this one right square in the teeth. With a
Nice.
14.
Yeah, that's going to hit for 8 slashing. And again, so this one, he was already weakened from the magic missile of Snodler, so this one goes down. Finish him off.
And I'm going to swing right around at the other one.
Nice. So you blast into this one, but he is not quite dead yet. But yeah, you like smash right into him, and you like break him in half, but he's still like flailing around.
I'm going to use my action surge.
Okay.
Swing at him again.
Oh yeah, so you get pissed off as this thing is broken in half and it's still lunging at you. You raise your axe with one hand over your head and just smash it right down to the top of this thing's skull, and it just pulverizes it. He's gone.
Nice. And what is there? One more left?
Yeah, you can see
Over the
the
heck?
you can see the one that's over by Vitoris and Meglar.
I'm just going to end my turn there.
All right, Snuthers.
Snodlers cracks his knuckles.
Fireball. There's only one left. Fireball.
Perfect time for a fireball.
Now I'm going to make use of that blast just so that way it doesn't feel wasted. And I'm going to Chromatic Orb level 1.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh,
every
you don't-
little bit helps.
You don't have to worry about that. I'm rolling my own. I added it to D&D Beyond, and then I realized, oh God, it's so screwed up to cast with this. Because it opens up a box to choose a damage type, and then it opens up another box, but I have to click outside the original box, and then sometimes it rolls.
It's annoying.
So that actually included the bless in there for 12.
Well, that's not good. So you end up missing.
Chiboo!
It just goes wide into the sand. It's this little thunderbolt. Just poof.
Snodlers is happy for bless. That's it.
All right, Taurus.
I'm gonna shoot it. I still got bless.
Yep. Sorry.
go ahead.
I'm slacking here.
12?
Yeah, and this one, he's a wily one. He hits you. Your crossbow bolt goes wide, missing him. This time you hit him
4-2.
for 2. So it doesn't do a whole lot of impact as the bolt just kind of sinks into one of his shoulder blades. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, so that doesn't give him a turn. So I think Meglar, you're next.
Yep. I'm just gonna walk up towards this guy and try to finish him off
Alright,
with my great sword.
go for it.
With a 14.
Oh yeah, 14 hits. Yeah, so you just rush over there and feeling confident, and you just smash into the face of this thing, and he's just crushed, dead.
Hell yeah.
Well, no more skeletons. That's the end of my turn.
I weakened him for you.
Yeah.
Barely. But thanks.
I'm gonna walk over and put my dagger back out.
Okay.
And I want to kind of look at these skeletons, see if they have any other battle damage than what I think we just inflicted on them.
Yeah. Do an investigation check.
Yep.
Well, with a 6, the only thing you notice, these skeletons look old, and they have a whole bunch of damage on their bones, and the armor is definitely like scraps and dented, and you can tell that looks like they've been dead for a long time, but you don't really know, specifics of what actually killed them.
Okay. I was looking to try and see if they got resurrected a bunch of times, or if they just it's a one and done type deal.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, fair enough. With
with the 6, you can tell they're old. They definitely look like they've been here for a long time, but
fair enough. Yeah, I'll just sheath my dagger and get ready to move on. See if I can't pick the path back up.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna walk over and touch Yuri and give him 10 HP back.
Can I inspect one for that Mark of Dagon?
Yeah, go ahead. Make an investigation check. Well, with a 4, you don't see the Mark of Dagon, but that you've seen on the other, and you've seen it before on the other undead and stuff with the symbol etched into the skin or in the bone. You don't see that, but you don't get a good enough view to notice anything else on him.
Do they look like the barnacle dudes or no?
No, these just look like regular skeletons, but from same as what Hector noticed, they're old, they're pirates, and the armor they have is rusted and stuff, but they don't look the same as the resurrected sort of undead that you fought on the Emperor of the Waste.
Right.
All right, so you guys kind of all gather yourself up for a minute and brush the sand off, and you make your way through the dunes again. And as you kind of look for the path, and you make your way into an area that Hector believes is the right way, all of a sudden you hear the similar noise again as 8 more skeletons just emerge up from the sand and rush in to attack you guys again.
Goddamn skeletons!
Nautilus only has so many spell slots.
So this time they emerge mostly from in front of you, but some of them are trying to flank off to the side of you. So I think you guys should put yourself back in somewhat of a marching order that you guys would have been in. Then we will roll for initiative if you guys didn't already do that.
Meglar can go first. Between you.
Alrighty.
You have to add me again. It's fucked up.
That's okay.
I really got it. It worked for 2 weeks, and then it just. I don't know what I did or changed or anything, but it's kind of annoying.
Or more skeletons came rushing in.
Oh yeah, you guys made your way through this minefield of skeletons.
So, what Nautilus thinks we should do is actually just run through all of them, and when we get a collection of 300 behind us, Nautilus will fireball.
I can get us horses. If you guys don't want to fight, we can mount up and make haste.
I'm not joking. Nautilus thinks it's right.
All right, so these guys come rushing in towards the front of the group, where they see Kolos and Hector. The 2 near the front come in, one at Hector, one at Kolos, while the other 2 pull their short bows out and make attacks. So you're probably back in the group of these guys over here.
I think you'd be up by Hector.
Oh yeah, you could probably be up in the front. Yeah, pick a side, either left of Hector or right of Hector. Or on top of Hector. All right, so the first 2 that come rushing in, the first one on Kolos, he pulls his short sword out and attacks with a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Hits for 7 piercing as he catches you off guard. The second one, he makes his short sword attack at Hector. They 16 to hit.
Oh, just misses.
Oh, nice. As you just catch him as he pulls up, reaches up out of the sand. The other two make their short bow attacks at Hector right in the front of the party. One with a 17.
Hits.
It's for 8, and the second one with a 16.
Misses.
That one misses. So you just take 8 points of piercing.
Gotcha. 30.
Okay, so that is it for the lead skeletons there. Oh, but then the other group of skeletons, because they're all badass skeletons, these ones just look so much meaner than the last ones that you guys saw. They both, with their short bows, take shots at Yuri. Pew pew! Oh, one crit fails, and the other one rolls a 10. So the one crit fails, he's going to make a dex save, and his bowstring snaps, and you see him just drop the short bow. Go ahead, Meglar.
Okay.
Oh, wait, sorry. There was 3 of them up there.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. I'm looking at the wrong screen. Okay, yeah, go ahead, Meglar. Sorry.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to get in between in this spot here, and then use my greatsword. Oh, wait a minute. All right. Is my rage over? That last one?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna rage again,
All right.
and I am gonna strike with my greatsword on this guy
All
with a
right.
13.
Yeah, so you smash right through that guy. He's dead.
Okay. And I am going to do the same thing to the other one adjacent to me.
Oh, damn. Yeah, it's the barbarian just runs through there and he hook smash, just destroying these things.
And that's it for my move.
Okay, go ahead, Vasen.
I run up in front of Schnozzers and say, "Get ready to fuck these guys up." And I hold my action, so if someone gets near, I'm gonna hit him. My turn. This is over.
All right, Kolos.
Oops, that was muted. Want to run down to this guy and swing at him with the longsword. 16.
16 will hit him.
11 slashing.
Yeah, you smash into this guy, and it's similar to what like Yuri did before. You cut him in half, but he's like still crawling up the sand with his scimitar in his hand. So he's still alive, but he's badly hurt.
Well, I'll finish him off. Never mind. Do I still get blessed, or is that been 10 minutes? That's over? Alright.
It's only a 1 minute thing, so it's like per combat, basically.
Gotcha. I thought it was 10. Anyway. Hold on.
I'll look, but I don't think so. No, concentration for up to 1 minute, so it's over.
Alright, cool. Alright, that's it for my turn.
Okay, so now there's
Snodlers looks over to the southeast, is worried that his friend will be attacked. And then cast Mind Sliver!
okay. What's it? 15?
Int 15.
Okay, let's see what he gets. He gets a 7. Nice.
4 damage.
That's right. Feeling like he did some damage as the skeleton shakes its head a little bit, but it still looks like it's tracking towards Kolos.
That's it.
All right, Vitoris.
Take a shot at this one. $19 to hit
Beautiful. That one's gonna hit him.
for 10.
Yeah. So you see like your crossbow bolt ripped right through one of his arms, and drops his arm on the ground, but not his scimitar arm.
Oh, he's still standing.
He's still standing.
26 to
He
hit.
won't be standing now. Yeah, as you cut right through
For
him.
2.
Close enough. Cuts right through that guy, and he just crumples down into the sand dunes.
I like this reload so far. And then I will. I'll move up to there, so everything's up in the. Everything should be illuminated, and that's it for my turn.
Okay, so that brings up the one that's crawling towards Kolos's feet, and he just takes a slash at your legs with his short sword. With a 20 to hit.
Oh, that's.
So he just stabs the sword right into your ankle for 5 piercing. That's it for his turn. Go ahead, Hector.
Cool. I'm just gonna hit this guy up north with a guiding bolt. Or well, I'm gonna try to. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, so that just disintegrates that guy basically.
Nice. And that's my turn.
All right, what skeletons we got left here? He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. So this guy who is heading towards Kolos's back, he comes over and makes a big swing on your back, Kolos. Ooh, the crit. So that's 14 points of piercing damage. As you feel the blade sink into your back. The other guy up here, he goes, this one has a short bow. He takes a shot at Vasen. With an 8 to hit.
That does not.
Alright, so then the other guy that drops his short bow, he comes...
Oh, wait!
Yeah, go ahead.
Use my reaction to deflect it.
Alright, go for it.
Well, it doesn't because he missed, right?
Yeah, so what was it? I forget. Can you shoot it back? I forget what the rule was on that.
Mhm,
Have you posted?
mhm.
Oh, there it is. Okay. When you do so, the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10. If you reduce it to 0, you can catch the missile if it's small enough for you to hold in one hand. So if you catch a missile, spend a key point to make a ranged attack. I think that's just awesome. Like, you can catch it and just like whip the arrow back.
You throw it somewhere else, or do you have to throw it back at the target?
You can throw it back to the target. How far away is
Oh,
it?
wait a minute. That says if you were hit, but you weren't hit by it.
Oh, never mind. Scratch that.
So,
Reaction. Taking it back.
all right, so the other guy, it's his turn. He is rushing in towards you, Vasen, because he only has a scimitar now. Let's see. Yeah, it's just enough movement to get to your area, so go ahead and make your attack anyway that you held, your action.
My attack that's held 200 to the face.
It smashed him right in the face.
Oh, freak.
Not quite enough to kill him, but it definitely knocks him back for a second. And he makes his attack on you with a short sword with a 10.
Misses.
Useless. Okay, go ahead, Megler.
Yeah, ready. Alright, I'm gonna try to scoot in right in between these two skellies. And I am gonna use my greatsword on the one on the south.
The dirty south. Smash him. Oh, yeah, you just demolish that guy.
Alright, and I'm gonna go for the one on the north down. Help Kolos out.
With a 15, that smashes through that guy too. Oh, smash.
And that's Meglar's turn.
Alright, Watson.
I'm punch his dick back in front of me.
I was say, yeah, that guy's gonna be fucked. I don't even know if it's worth rolling. Go for it.
Alright, motherfucker!
Oh, yeah, that barely hits, but yeah, you got him. I'm sure you're gonna smash right through, punch this guy's face off.
I'm doing one-handed, like, backhand bitch slap him. For 10.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, his head goes flying off. One lone skeleton out here trembles with skeletal fear.
I'll run out there and attack him. 18.
Yep.
Ah, died! One hand, I guess.
Oh, no. Yeah, so you smash into this guy, and he is still alive.
A bonus action on our attack. No!
Oh, yeah, so you just kind of sink down into the sand a little bit, and you miss.
That's my turn.
All right, Kolos.
Alright, let's see if I can finish this guy off. Run up to him and swing with the longsword. Hey, there we go.
Yeah, oh, yeah, and you just finish that guy off, smash right through him. All right, so you guys, like, beat off that round of skeletons. What are you gonna do? I know you probably took a little bit of damage, but
I won't touch myself for 12.
I'm gonna do the same thing with
Seconds?
for markings.
First for beating out skeletons, and Kolos is touching himself.
12 seconds.
It's turning gay. All right, so go ahead and make that investigation check. All right, with a 13. So what are you looking for? The same thing like the Mark of Dagon?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get a better look at some of these skeletons now in the light, and you definitely do not see on any markings on any of these that look. You don't see the Mark of Dagon. Just by an investigation on these skeletons, they look like they have been here for a long time. They look pretty beat up. Even the ones that you guys smashed, there's all sorts of markings on them, like they've been destroyed many a times.
All right.
Good thing I was here to take care of these skeletons for you guys.
Do you guys want to go on horseback? We'll just that way we won't just stop and fight. We'll just run through and hopefully avoid fighting. You want to take it slow and try and avoid them, or what thoughts, opinions?
It's not one of those things we should run as fast as we can.
How big is this island?
It's pretty small, very small. How are you guys with riding horses? They're we're not going to have saddles or anything.
I might fall off.
Snoddlers would love to see a horse.
So as you guys are sitting here and like debating this, you start seeing all the bones on the ground. They start like vibrating, and they all start.
Where'd they go?
They all start moving together and assembling, and you see them like start forming like a pile of bones together, like they're all merging into one giant.
Snoddlers runs around and grabs as many femurs as he can.
It like as you're grabbing them, they're like shaking in your hand and like pulling you towards the pile of bones.
Snoddlers is going to find all the bones. It's sending it right to us.
And as you guys are standing there and you're seeing like the sand start like shifting all around your feet, and more skeletal remains start popping up through the dunes, and
Still being drugged by a bone. Snoddlers thinks we should get on our horses.
Sure. I'll cast Conjure Animals and summon us up a bunch of horses.
all right. So as you're casting those, this massive skeletal juggernaut just appears in front of you guys.
Oh, what the fuck? Terrible time to have this spell off.
But I'll still let you cast that in that seconds while you guys were doing that. This thing is like forming up.
We have horses, and I mount up if I can, if I got time.
As soon as Snodler sees the horses, he lets go of the bone and starts hauling ass to them. Whether or not you want to say that's pre or post initiative.
So as you're doing that, I'm sure he would have been rushing back towards the group. So you guys can roll initiative as the skeletal juggernaut is like assembled. You see like various other dunes like in the distance all start like bones just popping up as like this massive pile of bones turns into like a rolling pile of bones, not necessarily like forming a shape, but it's a collection of half-assembled skeletons, and like you see all sorts of various swords and things that are sticking out of the of these 3 swarms of skeletal bones all emerge from the sands.
What happened here?
I'm running for the horse.
All right, so hold on a second. Let me pull up these guys.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need a turret again.
I could do that.
I made it on there. Nice.
Where are you? Hector? There you are. All right, so as this thing forms up, and you guys, how many of these horses do you materialize there?
8.
8. Nice. All right, so the horses all start showing up as this thing just forms up in front of you, and it starts just like with these massive strides. This huge, menacing-looking skeleton just starts gliding effortlessly across the dunes, and you see it's these long like fingernail or like these bones, and the fingernails of this creature are actually made out of separate individual like femurs and bones, and this thing just like reaches out and scratches down on top of you guys. So it's gonna make a claw attack at one at Vasen and one at Yuri. 17 to hit for Vasen.
That is a hit.
For 12 slashing.
My God.
And Yuri, this attacks you with a 24 to hit, but for 7 slashing. This thing just it just smashes into you. All right, so that brings up Meglar. So Meglar, what do you want to do? The horses are, I'm assuming they're right in the middle here by Hector. There's 8 horses.
Like right around here?
Yep.
Alright, where exactly are they?
Right about here.
It's all around. We're not putting tokens out.
Yep.
It's fine.
Okay. So are these horses bad?
So
No,
they're nice horses.
All right.
Yeah.
Bad to the bone.
Badass, because we're trying to ride on them and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Huh? Alright, I guess I'll just grab a horse and then take off with it.
Okay, so you try to jump on the horse, make an animal handling check. We'll start with that.
Uh-oh.
All right, so you managed to do it, but you struggle to get up on the horse, so that's going to take some time as you start. As you get up on the horse, and you only get about half the movement with the horse. I don't know what a horse's movement speed is. It like 45?
I should have had that pulled up, and I didn't.
I can look it up.
Jesus Christ, I can move faster than the fucking horses.
Yeah, you can probably run faster than a horse.
Yeah, for Voss.
Snodlers gets on his back instead.
Yeah, so it's a riding horse has a
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay, so Meglar, you can as you struggle to get on the horse, you can only get about 30 feet with the horse. Minus your movement it took you to get over there anyway.
Okay. It was probably about 25 feet of movement.
All right, so because it took you so long to get there and try to mount this horse, not very well. You only got about 5 feet of movement left, so you're on the horse as you start galloping. Which way you're going? Towards the north is the direction you need to go, but I'm not going to tell you what to do.
Well, I guess I'll move north.
Right.
One spot.
Okay. And you are on the horse. You have this little target icon on your back now.
The target is the horse.
These horses are kind of fragile, so I don't know how well this is going to go, but we're going to find out.
All right, so that brings up these rolling piles of bones that are half-assembled skeletons. They're making their way closer to the group. And they can move pretty decent. Oh, they just come like rolling in towards Snalders. You just see like all sorts of weapons like sticking out of this thing. And there's like all sorts of like half skeletons, and yeah, there's just a massive swarm of these things. They make an attack at you, Snalders, with a 16 to hit.
You see Snidler's like wave his hand in utter terror, and it like glances off an invisible shield.
Awesome.
Oh god!
Yeah. So, and while you're standing inside this space of this swarm of skeletons start like filling your space and trying to hack at you, like this noise is just deafening of all these bones clattering. So, currently you can't hear anything other than the sound of the bones clattering. Okay, so that brings up Hector.
Yay. Am I a horse or do I have to mount?
So I'm thinking that if you summoned it, you could probably summon yourself on the horse. So I'll give it that you're on one. It's way cooler.
It's like that Old Spice commercial.
Yeah, it's just like that.
So I'll throw out another guiding bolt at this guy right here.
All right.
Bop. Cast that right quick. A 24 to hit for 15 damage.
Oh, awesome. So yeah, you see this thing just like rip right through a bunch of the skeletons.
Bone fragments flying everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy that attacks that guy has advantage. And I'm going to give him a wide berth as I run around this way. Something like that, maybe.
Giddy up.
I use my bonus action to go into my dragon form.
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right. Right, Snuthers.
Where's the closest horse?
So look
Big right next.
Yeah, it's probably behind Meglar over here.
Alright, so I'm going to run to mount and take an opportunity attack.
And they start slashing at you with a 15 to hit.
15's going to hit.
For 11 slashing.
Ooh.
So with my remaining movement, I will mount the horse.
All right, make a horse check. And you guys aren't good at horses. I mean, that makes sense for Snobblers. So you definitely take your time to try to like climb up, and you're like pulling up yourself up his tail. The thing is like trying to kick at you. You make your way up onto the horse. So yeah, he's only got half of his movement speed left, minus whatever it took you to get there.
Yeah, I think mounting is supposed to be half of movement. So technically, I have consumed all 25 of my movement, I think. And then how much did the horse have?
He was 60. Yep. So you get about 30 feet with him. Giddy up.
I totally expect this thing to just charge at me the next time, so it'll be
It's
fun.
totally gonna eat you. All right. I'm assuming that's it for your turn.
I think I still have an action, right? Or is the action climbing on the horse?
The
I
action
think it
is to climb on the horse. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, I think, all I can do. Thank you.
All right, Kolos.
Okay. I'm not going to take this turn to mount a horse. I'm going to try to distract them best I can.
Okay.
Bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to go up to this guy and swing at it with my longsword.
All right.
22 to hit.
Nice. Yeah, 22 definitely hits. This thing is massive. He's easy to hit.
And then I'm going to use a second level Divine Smite for an extra 10.
An extra 10.
Yep.
All right.
I'll swing at it again.
Doesn't Divine Smite do more against undead?
Should do 3 d8s. But if he's at a second level, it's 4 d8s then.
48, so I'll roll one more. Hey!
Wow.
Rolling like
A
shit.
little bit helps.
Swing again.
With a
For
10. 10's gonna miss.
Alright. That's it, because that was my bonus and my action.
Okay. Alright, Mr. Runestone.
Well, I'm going to attack. I'm not going to run.
Alright, go ahead. Fight this big ass skeleton.
Everyone running.
Oh no, make a dex saving throw. Let's see what happens to Yuri here. Oh, worst possible scenario. So Yuri, as you kind of like swing, you fall down into the sand, and it's so deep, you lose your footing, and you're prone, and you lose the rest of your action. You got the boot.
I guess I'm just gonna lay there and be at the mercy.
Sorry, we can't hear your entire mouth is full of sand. Just I'm just kidding.
All right, Vasan, what do you want to do?
I look down and see Yuri falling, and I look over at the horse and say, "Fuck!" And I swing at the fucking giant fucking skeleton.
All right, cool.
27 to hit.
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna hit. Cool.
2-hand swing. For 10.
10.
Or 7, sorry.
7
I said
without the
2.
crit.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'd use a key point for stunning strike.
All right.
Con save. God, please fail.
He fails with a 5.
Oh, he's stunned. And I'm going to finish my attacks on him, I guess.
Okay.
13 to hit.
13 hits.
It's like a one-handed swing around. 6.
All right. Yeah, you're just wailing away at this thing. There's like small pieces of bone falling off of it, but there's a lot of bone there.
My bonus action, Flurry of Blows. I'm gonna come around with a fucking roundhouse kick. Yeah.
This time you're gonna miss.
He's
I'm with it. No. Oh, he is stunned.
Oh, he's stunned. Yeah. So you hit.
Oh, so the other, yeah. Ah! 7. Come back with an elbow. 25
Just elbowing this giant like leg.
for 11.
All right.
I yell at Yuri, get the fuck up. We gotta go.
Time to go. Get up. They're laying down.
That's my turn.
Okay, so that brings up another one of these like hordes of skeletons. Oh, did I? I must have used a different guy last time, huh? Did this guy go up here at the top?
The top two did not.
Right. This guy and this guy.
Yep.
I don't know.
Oh, I must have moved. I must have used the wrong guy at the time. So I'm gonna have this guy go then.
But
Yeah, because this guy already attacked, right? That's the guy that attacked Snobbers.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this rolling mountain of bones, he sees the horse trotting off to the north, and he just comes over here to try to cut you off.
Yeah.
And he makes a attack at you, and he's probably got, let's see, yeah, so this thing like surrounds your space. He is going to attack the horse
Fuck.
with a 13 to hit. A horse has,
It's
and it's gonna hit for 13 points of damage. So I'm just,
Horse has an AC of 10.
yeah, AC of 10, 13 hit points.
13 hit points. So yeah, so it just instantly just devours the horse as all these skeletons surround it. You just see it's getting stabbed all over the place.
Fuck.
So yeah, as it kind of, the horse drops down as you're sitting on it, and now you're just surrounded in this deafening noise of like 100 these half assembled skeletons. That brings up the other horde of skeletons that makes its way over here. And
Did you get a second attack?
no, he doesn't.
Sick. Okay, cool.
So luckily for you,
Just making sure you didn't forget. That's all.
no, this other one comes over here and it starts attacking Kolos while it sees he's attacking its juggernaut. 17 to hit.
It misses.
Nice. So yeah, they all start slashing over, and you're just kind of backing away, just out of their reach. Go ahead, Taurus.
Am I near a horse?
Where are you at? Let's see. Yeah, there's probably a horse right in front of you.
I will try to mount it. Not sexually, though.
I would hope.
12?
12 is good enough, yep, to jump up on the horse.
Right.
So you have the remainder of the horse's speed. You got 60 feet you can gallop with this thing.
I see some people aren't mounted. Yuri's just laying down in the sand.
Yuri gave up.
I'll use my bonus action to take a shot at this one. Let's see if I can not shoot a teammate. I am going to shoot a teammate.
All right, so go ahead and make a dex. Make a dexterity saving throw.
19.
All right, so as you try to make this shot, the crossbow bolt or the crossbow kind of jams up for a minute, and nobody gets shot.
Oh,
Your bolt just doesn't go anywhere, but it doesn't break your bow or anything like that. Your crossbow.
Alright, and then shit, it sucks. I can't really. I guess I'll just stay on the horse and move there. Try and keep as many of them in the light as I can.
Alright, so that's the Juggernaut's turn, who is stunned. That brings up Meglar on the horse.
Okay, so are we actually fighting these things, or are we just trying to get away from them?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. I mean, you look over and you can see, like, at this point, like, Kolos is, like, swinging on him and Vasan are swinging on him, but on the other hand, you kind of look to your left and you see, Hector kind of, like, galloping away as his horse gets consumed in a pile of skeletons. So, yeah, you're kind of at a crossroads here.
Okay.
Oh dang! Hector got jumped on.
Yep. My horse got got. I'm horseless.
Oh no! Fucking not good, boys.
It's out in the dark. Half of us can't see out there.
I'm glowing.
Yeah, he's lit up out there.
Oh, well.
Three special forms, my dragon, the chalice, or the archer form, I emit light for like 40 feet.
Yeah, I just assume that there's like this constellation that's kind of like hovering over you or like around your persona, I guess, like around your body.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm gonna rage. Now, how many paces can you go with on your horse anyway?
The horse can
Is it double?
The horse can go 60 feet.
All right. Should I help these guys or should I not?
Wow.
What a dick.
I mean, you done.
Hey, you get advantage on your attacks if you attack the one that's stunned. By the way.
Yeah, this big guy over here.
All right. Well, I guess I will help these guys out with my greatsword.
All right, make an animal handling check while you're at it too.
Oh boy.
So as you have both hands on this greatsword, you make this massive swing and you connect and crash into this skeleton. You end up falling off the horse as it kind of doesn't have a saddle and it kind of bucks back as it's spooked by the giant skeleton. But you hit the thing, but you're laying in the sand now.
Oh. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna use the other move to just get up and end my turn.
Okay. That brings up this one that's out here by Hector.
Wait, that one just went.
Oh no, I put them out of order. I forgot. So this one by that was by Snobblers. It's going to attempt to chase Snobblers down on his horse.
Attempt like there's any chance that it will not.
5, 10, yeah. So it tries to cut you off and stop you from progressing to the north, and it will also swarm out, and all these little swords start slashing at your horse. With a 17 to hit. Oh yeah, for 13 slashing, as this skeletal horde just like envelops over the horse, and you just all sorts of swords just start jamming into it. And all you hear is the sound of skeletons and the horse's cries.
So it's now just a pile of horse, I imagine.
Yep, it's a pile of horse, and you're just fall into this middle of this. Pit. So both you guys are actually within the space of these skeletons. They're like surrounding you. If that makes any sense.
Fine. Snodlers will do something.
And it's your turn, Snodlers.
Wait, you skipped me.
Yes, you did.
Oh, I did. Sorry, I got a little click happy there. Go ahead, Hector.
It's a web page. You have to double click.
So, fuck. All right, I'm just gonna misty step out of this thing.
Okay.
Because I don't like being.
Nobody
here.
puts Hector at the corner.
Yeah, kind of. So I'm just gonna go right to there. Forgot my 25, 30. So Misty step to there for my bonus action. For my action, can't cast any more leveled spells. So let's throw out a Sacred Flame at the one that's stunned. Because why not?
Yeah. Burn that bitch.
I need a Dex save DC 14.
14. Oh yeah, he's well, does that work?
With that? I always get confused between prone and stun and all that.
Oh, he's incapacitated, so he can't move. Automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws.
Yeah. So 13 radiant damage.
All right, so yeah, you blast him.
And then for my movement, fuck me, dude. I'm just gonna like run this way. And that's it. That's all she wrote.
All right, then it's Snobler's turn.
I'm gonna grab a drink real quick.
All right.
Give me one too.
Yeah, sure.
I guess I am going to cast Chromatic Orb on it.
See how many you can take out.
With some thunder. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you blast through like you.
It was
like,
almost a crit.
You like make a path right through these things. There's a thunderball just rips through them. For 11.
Kind of sucks is part of me wants to run because I'm in trouble. I can't really do this too many more times. Then I will. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Hit me.
Okay. You're staying there?
I mean, it's either I take an opportunity attack and then I take a hit. So, yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we're going to try to run. Okay, Kolos. Where are you at? Oh, yeah, you're fighting the big guy.
Yep. Do I notice Snodlers went down?
I didn't go down.
No, like, knocked off your horse go down.
Yeah, you could probably see from where you are that Snodlers is, like, enveloped in a pile of skeletons.
Yeah, even if you don't notice that I'm off the horse, you see that the horse and me and everything else is now just one giant blob of something.
But the problem is, as you're like looking around, you're also surrounded by skeletons too, Kolos.
Oh,
That's not a problem. I'm going to use my Misty Step, and I want to get out of there. And then I'm going to try to run at this thing and hack away at it, I guess.
Okay.
With a 12.
Oh, a 12 is gonna miss. Not that it misses, but you start swinging, and these things just like there's like multiple swords coming up blocking your attack, and you see like heads in all different directions looking around.
All right, I'm gonna swing again. 24.
So this time you connect and you hit some of them. You make a nice little path through them.
Alright, I'm also going to hit with just a level 1 Divine Smite. Because he's undead, I get the extra D8, correct?
You got it.
Alright. For extra 12.
Nice.
That way. Alright, that was bonus. Alright. That's then my turn.
Okay, Yuri, you're laying down in the sand.
Being that I'm not going to move, I'm going to stand up.
Okay.
And attack the big guy.
All right.
And miss.
Yep. he does miss.
The stun one or the non-stun one?
Oh wait, if you're attacking the big guy, yeah, he's still stunned at the moment.
He's still stunned?
Yep, so it hits him.
Done until my turn.
Yep.
So if I use goading attack, does that affect him if he's stunned, or does that not affect him?
Oh, that's a good question.
Doesn't goading attack means he has disadvantage on anyone but Yuri when he attacks.
But I don't know if if he's unconscious right now, I don't know if he could technically like goad him into attacking him.
You want me to post it? I don't think it doesn't.
Go ahead. I mean, it might not say, but
It doesn't say. I don't think. Just says if you hit it.
Sure. Actually, we'll say it's okay. So because he's incapacitated doesn't necessarily mean actually he's not unconscious. So he can probably see what's going on. He just can't move and speak.
So I'm yelling at him, you big pussy.
All right, so we need to go roll. Yeah, go ahead and roll one of your superiority die. So you do the extra 1 damage, but he's got to make a Wisdom saving throw.
He's stunned. He fails.
He only fails Strength and Dex saving throw.
Oh, you're correct. You're correct. Wisdom. Got it.
But he does have a pretty shitty Wisdom. 14, so that's going to be off of Yuri's. What was your number to beat Yuri? I put it in your bio there.
I don't know. Let me look real quick.
13 is your DC. So, and he rolled a 14, so he passes. So he's not goaded into attacking you.
It's a good try.
It was a worthy try.
I'm gonna attack him again.
All right.
Why not?
Do it again.
Yep. So you hit him for another 12. He was hacking away at him.
And that's it. Turn.
Okay. Now it's Faustin's turn as this thing starts to waken up.
Oh, as soon as I see it start moving, I'm like, ah, fuck that shit. Crack him again.
That shit. Yeah, that definitely smashes.
Two-handed attack.
It smashes into him for 11.
11.
Woof. That one looks like it hurt him pretty good.
Key point. Stunning strike.
Yeah.
Was it
Con.
Con? Okay. Let's see.
Get him.
Oh, a 15.
Oh, he just passes.
Aha.
Fuck. Zach again.
Nice. You always hit though, so.
20 hand. Two-handed.
Two-handed.
10.
10. Is this thing is just you're just like smashing into him. You see like chunks of bone falling off, and this thing's it's looking really shaky.
I'm gonna key point for flurry of blows. Roundhouse kick it.
Yes.
Oh no, 15.
If 15 hits.
Ah, for 9.
Okay, as you're wearing him down, but he still stands.
I come back with an axe kick. 15
15 hits.
for 11.
All right, so you're busted into him. You see one of his arms fall off, but he's just like, it's just like wobbling and it's hanging. It's still standing there.
Oh my god, I can't do anything else. I'm gonna kill this fucking thing.
You can stun him again if you got key left.
It's
up to you.
yeah, I'll use one more. Use one more.
All right, what was it? Con again, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, the 5.
Stunned.
Yeah.
Roadhouse.
That axe kick fucking stunned him.
Yeah, he's seeing stars now.
Hell yeah.
That's probably it for your turn, right?
Yeah.
skeletal swarm of... Let's see, which one is this? Oh, this is the one that was attacking Kolos, is now going to attack Vasen. Is it kind of the rest of these skeletons? All this fill your space. And they attack with a 15.
Use my reaction to use Tipsy Sway and make him attack the guy that's stunned.
Yes. Do they have to make any saves or anything?
I don't think it does. It just says when they miss, they hit.
When it misses the melee attack, you can spend 1 key point as a reaction to cause that attack to hit one creature of your choice.
My
That's
last
awesome.
key point is expended
So these things
to use that attack to hit him.
start attacking him with a 15 for 13 slashing damage, which is definitely enough as they all just start smashing into him with their claws and their swords, and they bring this thing down into a pile of bones.
Nice.
All right, so that brings up the other one that was near. Who was down here? Oh, Snobblers. So the Snobblers one, they are going to make their attack on Snobblers. Wow, with a 20, not natural.
Barely hits.
For 6 slashing damage, they managed to poke you a little bit. All right, so that's it for them. That brings up a Taurus.
I am going to attempt to shoot the one that Snodlers is in. Poor Snodlers. 24 to hit.
Yeah, you definitely make contact with some skeletons.
For 22 points of damage.
Yeah, 22. Nice. So as you do that, you see like your crossbow bolt goes through like a couple of them, and as it smashes through them, it is enough to defeat most of them. As a few of them that are left kind of disperse and descend back into the sand.
And then I'll take a offhand shot at that one.
Yeah, that horde looks like it's still going pretty strong.
21 to hit.
Oh yeah.
For 5.
Yeah, you pick off one or two stray skeletons near the back, but you just watch as it's just like devouring it, just crushing through the that big guy.
And that is it for my turn.
All right, go ahead, Meglar.
Alrighty. I'm gonna scoot down around here. And I'm gonna hit this guy with my greatsword. These guys with my greatsword.
Okay. Beautiful. So you smashed through a whole bunch of them. You probably like cut down like 5 of them with one big arcing sweep.
Okay, I'm gonna do it again.
Nice.
With a 17.
Yeah, same thing. You just go smashing through these things.
Well, good thing I wasn't rolling for disadvantage. And that's my end.
That's it for your turn.
Yep.
Alright, so then the one that was up to the north attacking Hector, who disappeared, and they looked very confused that he disappeared. Let me see. They can't quite reach you.
Yay. That's why I ran.
But they can come down here and reach Kolos and Snobblers. So this swarm that descended back into the sand, this other one comes rolling down into Snobblers, and they make an attack on Snobblers. With an 11 to hit.
Snarlers actually laughs. You hear it audibly.
They all come you see them like Snothers as you look up after the first group just disappears. The second group, you just see them like rolling through the sand, and as they attack, they all just start like slowing their speed just as they get to you, and there's like swords flying right in front of your face as you kind of like matrix sidestep out of the way a little bit. All right, go ahead, Hector.
Sick. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit this one that just attacked Snodlers with a guiding bolt, because it seems to be working.
Oh, not this time. All right, Snodlers, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I thought I had. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, as you're like dodging these skeletons, all of a sudden, Hector's guiding bolt, this ball of energy just comes flying through the air, and you just duck down, and you just see it kind of go wide off and blast into the sand next to you. Anything else, Hector?
Something. It's working.
Nope.
He spoke too soon. All right.
Hey,
So,
listen, he's not bad.
so if you're done, go ahead, Snothers.
So I'm outside of attack range of that thing, right?
Yeah. Let me get rid of this other one.
Yeah, I'm running my ass, even though it's probably close to the other one.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna not get an opportunity attack because it's just outside of its reach.
Yep. And then Mind Sliver. Oh.
Take that. What is it? Int save. Oh, I rolled the wrong one. Hold on, let me roll this guy. 15. So he saves. That's stupid.
That he does. That's my turn.
Okay, Kolos. Yeah, you're kind of standing now in between Snobblers and this newly, rolling pile of skeletons.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to the rolling pile of skeletons and swing at it with a 13 to hit.
You smashed through a whole bunch of them.
All right. 12 slashing, plus I'm gonna hit another divine smite, or 19 damage.
All right, yeah, you smashed through a lot of them. You feel like you thinned them out pretty good, but they're coming on strong.
Yep, I'm gonna swing again with longsword. 21.
Nice. For another 14.
No, 6.
Oh, 6.
One-handed. Yep.
Yep.
No, I'm not going to divine smite this one. That's it for my turn.
All right, Yuri. So yeah, you see this massive pile of skeletons that are like swarming around Vasid. Yeah, you can just smash into the backs of a whole bunch of them as they're busy. At this point, there's still a few of them left. All right. There's most of them. There's still a few of them that are on Vasid, as you see Vasid just kind of like elbowing them and trying to keep them off of him. I'm assuming you're broken, Yuri, so.
I had my mic turned off.
Cool.
That's all I can do.
All right. Vasid, there's still a few skeletons that Yuri didn't smash, and
So guys, there's skeletons all around me. I do like a helicopter fucking thing with my quarterstaff and try to whack the ones I can get. I'm not doing it. No.
Oh no. Yep, these last couple of ones are really, really hard to hit.
As I follow through, I swing it towards the back with a one-handed attack. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yuri, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna hit Yuri in the ball sack.
I hope so.
It was only one-handed though, Yuri, so you should be okay.
You only needed 2 fingers, though.
All right, nice. So Yuri, you just kind of like duck just in time as you see like Vossen spinning like a helicopter and just whacking everything in sight.
Do like a bonus action unarmed strike, roundhouse kick.
All right.
16
Yeah, this time you hit.
for 11.
Yeah, as you just smash the last couple of ones. You hit one of them into another one, and they both explode at the same time. That takes care of them.
Ugh.
So there's still a couple horses over here that look pretty spooked.
Sorry, guys.
I'm amazed they're still standing there.
Well,
I'm gonna fucking kill them too.
Okay.
and you'll be walking. Fuck you. We got just that one guy left, right?
Yeah, just this one. Boston, was that it for your turn?
Oh, hell yeah. Sorry.
All right. The last group of skeletons that just closes in, and you guys all see it kind of roll over Kolos. And blah blah. A 7 to hit. So these things are just kind of like all clawing at you, but you're just blocking the shit out of them. All right, go ahead, Vitoris. Sitting on the top of your horse.
I try to shoot it. 15?
Oh yeah, 15 makes contact with a whole bunch of them.
For 25 points of damage?
Oh yeah, so that cuts through pretty much most of them, like a big swath of them, as you just see boom, 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 like the crossbow bolt just crushing right through their rib cages. And the remaining few skeletons do the same thing. They kind of like crumble and just kind of sink back into the dunes.
Fuck.
I'll lead my horse over next to Snodler's and see if he wants a boost up here.
Ugh, fuck, let's get the fuck out of here before more come. Let's not dilly-dally.
Snodulus doesn't know how to ride it, so someone else better take the rein.
I'll grab one.
Well,
Can
we'll grab one if there's one available.
Can I get on a horse?
I thought you said you were going to kill the horses.
Someone's going to have to ride double.
I don't want to walk.
Oh, we got 6.
Yeah, there should be 6 horses because 2 of them got killed. And Vitoris is already on 1, so there's 5 other horses.
I just grabbed one. I rolled animal handling.
That one that threw me off, did that one die?
Oh yeah, he got murdered.
Oh,
I'm
so
rolling
yeah,
like Maglar.
I would say that one got like crushed by the other giant juggernaut.
I'm just gonna whistle and have one come over and pick me up because I'm not walking all the way back over there.
Yeah, like that. It's pimp.
I'm gonna walk over to Snodler's. I'm gonna give him my last 8 points that I got for lay on hands. And
Appreciate you.
yep. And then I want to cast Divine Sense before we all take off.
Okay.
Can't you do something to make them not come back?
No. And then I attempt to mount the horse.
Yep. So you guys all, I mean, Yuri has a hard time getting the horse. It takes a little bit extra time, as you guys like all kind of start sweating a little bit because you feel like you're taking too much time at this, and more skeletons might come back. But even as your Defiant Sense is going, Kolos, you feel a sense of calmness as nothing undead seems to kind of appear on your radar. And you guys all mount the horses and kind of make your way another 100 200 feet or so out of the end of the dunes, out of the sand, and into like the grassy flat of the island. It's at that point where you guys kind of like make your way across the grass, and it's an area that's definitely a low elevation. And in the distance, you see a little bit of smoke, and you kind of eventually come across what looks like the ruins of an old abbey. So this little temple is kind of all kind of burnt to the ground, definitely in worse shape than what the monastery looked like. It's more or less just like a pile of rubble.
Damn. How long did it take us to get from the dunes to here?
It's probably like another like 10 minutes from the dunes to there that you guys made your way on horseback across the island.
For the record, I didn't mount the horse. I kind of just balanced on my belly on its back.
God, that sounds uncomfortable bouncing.
I'll cast light on my little pendant, and then just see if I can start checking out those abbeys and who likes.
All right, so Hector, you kind of like you light up the area a little bit. You start walking around. You guys all start kicking around this rubble and stuff, and in the darkness. And as you kind of shine the light around, you guys look at like piles of like sooty stones, and you guys can all kind of tell it's obvious that somebody's been like sorting through the debris. It's just like assorted little piles of like burnt rocks on one side. There's like a little section of like burnt timbers on one side. You see a whole bunch of like broken like cooking utensils and forks and pots and pottery and things that are all kind of like neatly put into one pile. And kind of as you kind of look around and kick around some of this debris for a little bit, you do all of a sudden all kind of at the same time meet up, and you converge, and you notice this spot in the ground that looks like it's a cellar stairs leading down to a doorway. And that's where we're gonna end it right there.
Oh shoot!